Oh my God, it's Friday. Good morning on a Friday. You didn't expect this here, but we had to change date. Too many conflicts. I got to get some hockey in tomorrow, so we switch it to Fridays. First,
Is that what?
joining us from his home in, I think it's, where is it? New England? It's Phil Balabanos.
Upstate New England.
Upstate
Hello,
New
everyone.
England. Keeping it
Is this
real.
how you do it, Poseidon?
Yeah, that's lobby strong, buddy.
Lobby strong, buddy. Lobby
Also, representing the lobby, retard Poseidon. Hey, Poseidon, are you okay? What the fuck is that face?
I'm laughing because I was making that face when you said that.
Well, that was weird. Well, that was creepy. Okay. And obviously, here to share all the news of the week with us, Mr. George Sandrizos of the Backstage Podcast and the Just Us Dads Podcast. It's him and a bunch of dads. Just a bunch of dudes talking about kids. What is happening?
Yeah, that sounds a little weird. The way
Well,
you
the way I said it, but it's not weird.
It's all in the delivery.
said that. Yeah, especially with everything going on now. How's everything? How's everyone doing?
We're good. I don't know. It's a good week. I mean, I got to do some comedy. I've been Poseidon's gotten to watch comedy in 2 languages this week. I did some French on Wednesday. Then I was at the Comedy Nest yesterday. Comedy Nest tonight and tomorrow.
Hitting
So
all over people.
yeah, I'm trying to get back into it, but I'm scared. I think I don't know, man. I think everything's gonna shut down in October.
It feels like everything's gonna shut. Like I drove by one of the new test centers yesterday. I posted on Instagram. That was a lot of fucking people.
Yeah.
And my sister, who's sick right now, went and got tested. She doesn't have coronavirus, just like a
Strep throat.
bacterial infection, strep throat. But she went to the Hotel Dieu, the French hospital.
Oh, dude, I saw the lineup when I was driving downtown the other day. Yeah, it was all the way up to the mountain. I was like,
That's right,
people
it was
who
up
don't
and around
have
the
it are gonna wait in line with people that do have it and don't know it, and by the
now
time
they
they
have it.
walk in, get it. It's
But
it's
here's
fucking
the crazy
stupid.
thing. My sister went because she had to. She was very, very sick. She called public health and they said, you have to go to Hotel Dieu and get tested. She saw the line. She's like, I can't wait in this line. And then someone goes to her, oh, there's a drive-through. It's like 10 minutes at
Oh.
the same location.
What? Yeah, just do the drive-through, man. Like, I don't know. It's
Hipsters
all
don't have cars. They have bicycles.
true. You're
right?
not allowed to go to the drive-through with your
They're
bike.
all just waiting in line.
Goddamn hippies.
I mean, I guess the perks of being affluent. You have a car.
Yeah, that's affluence.
But are you worried with the clubs? Are they taking the measures?
Well, the Comedy Nest is taking measure. First of all, they take your temperature when you come in. They do that laser thing on your head. They even did it to me yesterday, just in case. And I was actually really hot because I was running all day, but even I wasn't over the limit, so imagine. And yeah, there's social distancing. The front rows are empty because, you spit when you talk, when you have the mic. Yeah. So taking care. At the Bordel, they put up, there's basically these glass separations, those plexiglass?
Glass, yeah.
Yeah, it's everywhere between the seats, between the tables, and right in front of the stage, because we're doing a show there on Monday. So, oh yeah, by the way, if you guys are on Patreon at noon, pre-sale starts for my Patreons. The password comes out for the 2-drink minimum live on Monday at the Bordel, 7:30 p.m. with Mike and Poseidon in front of people. So we don't have the coronavirus, but there's a chance Poseidon gives you all AIDS. So yeah, so they're taking the measures, George. They're trying their best, but people are just trying to survive. I'm just worried about bars and restaurants. If there's a second closing, most of them are done. It's too much.
The thing is that, last week or a week and a half ago, there's all these stories coming out from bars that people went into, and it was just complete chaos.
Yeah.
Just people all over the place, and because of that, the government came out to
talk
apply
shit about
measures
bars
to close them by midnight, right? Remember?
Yeah.
And I felt kind of sorry for these guys, man. I mean, they went through all this trouble. The ones that managed to survive somehow.
Yeah.
Went through this whole storm. Like 3-4 months now, and when they can open, the government comes out and salams them. You're closing at midnight. Just because people are too dumb to respect certain measures, right?
Yeah, it's a bit much. I think it's going to be a huge strain on the economy if more close. So I don't know what they're thinking. Like the people that are like, just close the bars down. They think that money just grows on trees. They're just going to be like, all right, we're going to survive somehow magically. So I don't know.
There's going to be more closures. It's on the horizon. It's going to happen. I hope it's not a full shutdown like last time. I hope we've learned something, which I don't think we have.
I don't think we have, man.
People out. Watching people on the street, how they use masks. Maybe one of the most hilarious things. Terrifying and hilarious.
I just put the mask around my crotch area Nobody fucks around.
I mean, that's gonna protect your penis.
yeah,
for
just
sure.
in case. I was like, whoa,
But
stay away, buddy. I got protection.
But like all this tracing that they're doing, basically living your life in 2020 is equivalent to like having wild, unprotected gay sex in the 80s. That's where we're at.
You mean like,
hey,
who do I know that did this? That
no,
yeah.
because you gotta fucking call people if you test positive. You're like, hey, in the 80s it was like, hey, I tested positive for HIV. We fucked that night. Now it's like,
For
hey, remember
Poseidon, that
time
was
we,
last week.
together. Fuck, I got coronavirus. You gotta get tested. Like it's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, Saturday, it comes into effect. Every public closed space requires you to wear a mask.
Yeah, well, I was wearing my mask at the Nest yesterday, except for when I went on stage. So I'm gonna do the same thing tonight and tomorrow. Once you get to the stage, you don't have to wear it, obviously, because that would just that'd be fucking weird. It depends on the comedian. Actually, some comedians, it doesn't matter if you're not really doing a lot of facial stuff. It doesn't matter.
So hold on, we don't have to wear it on the street though, right?
No, closed public spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm at home, so I don't have to wear it.
Supermarkets, banks, anywhere you go where there's public.
Hand job massage
Well,
places.
hold on. What about the gym?
The gym, yeah, of course.
The
How
gym-
How you supposed to train? You
People are
can't
gonna
breathe
faint.
properly.
Yeah.
Actually, they actually sell masks before coronavirus that are meant for training. They actually reduce the amount of oxygen you're getting in to help your body get used to it.
They reduce the
That's
amount of
what- that's
oxygen
what
your body's
causes-
taking in.
that's what
That's what
causes-
Poseidon
it's
needs
for
right now.
like-
He needs less oxygen.
It's for like high-level athletes who are trying to like train their bodies to do more.
Yeah,
reps,
that's
right?
not the level that most
Poseidon.
people are at.
Do I
Yeah.
look like a high level athlete, bro?
Poseidon
fact,
needs
you
less
do.
carbs. He doesn't need less oxygen, bro.
It's just like in the Masters, a loaf of bread.
yeah. Yo,
It's my
but
5th day of quit smoking, bro. Let's take it easy. I
Oh,
still
did you quit
don't
smoking
have-
yeah,
again?
he quit
Good man,
smoking
good
again.
man.
But this time it's been 5 days where he actually hasn't smoked.
Yeah, I haven't touched a cigarette, and I know I could do it. I'm doing it because I was around a lot of smokers, and I still didn't smoke, so I'm good.
Normally he succumbs to
Yes,
peer
you do.
pressure.
Yeah.
The last time you quit smoking, it cost me a lot of cigarettes.
No,
You just
they,
get
they
bumping
cost you
smoke
You have a
three
cig-
rolled cigarettes.
You have a cigarette? You have a
Don't do
cigarette,
that.
bro? Because I quit.
Bro, I quit. Can you roll me one?
All you quit was buying your own cigarettes. That's what you quit.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing. I quit buying cigarettes, bro. I just want to be a good citizen.
Decided like they're like, what brand you used to smoke? What brand are you smoking?
All right, so before Chrissy Teigen blocks us, let's get to George in the
shit.
morning news.
All right, guys. So we're back again.
in the morning.
Back again this week with what has become a weekly scheduled daytime drama series. It's
With-
called The We Charity.
It's still going, right?
It's still going. It's alive and strong. So just to put everyone back on track a little bit. Last week's episode, we spoke about news coming out that the We Charity had ties to more members of the Trudeau family, who were paid over $300,000 for speaking engagements. We also found out that the charity had ties with the finance minister, Bill Morneau, and his family. And finally, we found out that both Trudeau and Morneau did not recuse themselves from the cabinet discussions that led to the decision of awarding close to $1 billion to the charity to administer the Summer Youth Volunteer Program. So in this week's developments, because there's quite a few, and trust me, there's going to be many more to come. Both Trudeau and Morneau apologized for not having recused themselves. And we're saying it as if it's a normal thing, right? It has become just normal in Canadian politics.
Can I do that if I get convicted of some kind of a crime? Can I just be like, yo, I'm sorry, by the way. All right, let's move on. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Our
can.
Prime Minister does it. I mean,
Yeah.
everything is fine, right? He says he's sorry, and
But
nothing
I
happens.
apologized.
So Trudeau went as far as to say that he takes the fault on this whole situation, that he should have known better than to remain involved with this charity, and that he should have simply allowed the public service and non-connected ministers to move forward on delivering the program. Following, of course, a request by members of the opposition, the Ethics Commissioner now has opened an investigation on Bill Morneau as well.
Good.
So that's fun. Two senior members of our government are being investigated by the Ethics Commissioner. But the most important thing that happened this week, and more specifically yesterday, it was the beginning of a probe into this whole affair, and many ministers and public servants will be called to testify. This is obviously the Finance Committee of the House of Commons, so they're looking into this whole affair. Yesterday already there were some testimonies featuring some interesting developments. So here they are. First, The youth minister, Bardish Chagger, revealed that the We Charity could have received up to $43 million for administering the program and not $19.5 million as it was initially indicated.
Oh, I thought it was 90 million, so it's better for it's not as bad as what I thought.
Look, the whole program was going to cost a little over $900 million.
Oh yeah, that's okay. There we go.
But the charity itself was going to get paid $19 million for administrative fees and all bunch of stuff that they were going to hire their people, et cetera, et cetera.
Can we start a charity that it's all volunteers, but we have to hire people and we get $19 million? Is that cool?
Exactly, just for our effort, right?
Yeah,
for work that we're going to put into it. So apparently, we find out yesterday.
Yeah, when's the deadline? Yeah.
So we find out yesterday that they could have received up to $43 million, and that was all based in part of the number of participating students. So I'm not sure exactly what the mechanics were, but we found out that it could have very easily gone from 19 to 43 million. All right. Second thing was Rachel Wernick that also testifies. She's the Senior Assistant Deputy Minister at Employment and Social Development Canada.
We have too many politicians.
She's not a politician. She's not a politician. In Canada, the deputy ministers are actually civil servants. So she.
They're all supposed to be civil servants.
Yeah, they stamp things, stampy. Remember we spoke about it.
Yeah, in Quebec they're called sous-ministres. So basically, they're the ones that run the ministry, the actual department. So she works in that public service that is in charge of such programs.
Yes.
So she confirmed that the contribution agreements, like the one with We, could be put to public competition, but the government chose not to do that in order to accelerate the procedure. So we know now that the government overstepped on their jurisdiction and then just said, look, forget it, forget the competition. We're not going to go to a public bid. Let's just move on quickly with this program. She also said that the We Charity had already been circulating a proposal for a similar program way before the announcement was made by the government on April 22nd related to the creation of a new program. All right. So back in April 22nd, the government announced that we're creating a new program. It's going to be $900 million and blah, blah, blah. So before that announcement, we find out that We Charity had already been circulating a proposal of something similar to this. So
behind the scenes, they've been plotting and planning on how they're going to steal our money, George.
We don't know exactly which one came first, but once the announcement was made, and this is what she said, the charity almost immediately circulated an updated proposal to several public servants and to cabinet ministers. So this updated proposal was adapted according to the new parameters that the government had just announced on the 22nd of April. And the funny thing is that Mrs. Wernick herself wasn't even aware of these parameters. So somehow this organization knew exactly everything that had been made in the announcement. They had already updated their proposal. And as soon as the Trudeau had announced this proposal, already they were circulating it to civil servants and to cabinet ministers. So she also said that she approved the recommendation of the program, and she sent the recommendation to the youth minister, who in turn passed it to her colleagues and presented it during the cabinet discussions. From what we now know, they already had received the proposal directly from the chat. So I'm not sure exactly.
This is absurd, man.
All right. So now, when she said that, she was also asked, prior to approving the recommendation, if she had any conversation with any other officials. She said that she had conversations with officials at the finance department. And when she asked for their names, who was it that she spoke with, she just kept saying that it was a team led by senior public servants. She wasn't sure. So we don't know exactly who she spoke with in the finance department, especially now that we know that Bill Morneau has also ties with this organization.
She probably spoke to Bill Morneau.
Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. She didn't say. So the other thing that came out of this week is that this finance committee has asked Trudeau to testify. His office, until yesterday, they did not indicate whether or not he will be. And these are the developments. I mean, this is we're getting really into the details here, right? And it's the more the days go by, the more out of hand it's becoming. So, I mean
but what's the recourse
that takes him down? If I'm not saying it will, because it probably won't. If this is the thing that takes him down, it was all for a good cause.
Yeah, that's a good charity.
I mean,
good cause.
He's done a million other things.
Look,
this is the one thing they get him on. Okay.
Look, following yesterday's, first day of hearings, the question in my mind, and I hope on everyone else's mind, is whether or not the We Charity had the inside track, right? I mean, or perhaps
I
it was
mean-
the other way around. We don't know. Did the government do everything in its power to cater to a program that was already on paper, or did the government prepare this program, and because they had the close ties with the weed charity, they just made sure that they got it right? So we don't know
I don't
exactly.
know. What about
which
his
came
mom and his brother getting paid to talk there? All that's just suspicious.
But that we spoke about this last week. I have no issue with them being invited as guests.
I have no
Yes.
issue either, but you don't find it suspicious that they got invited as guests after so much money was given by the government, or was supposed to be given by the government? It looks like a, you
But
know.
until
They're
then,
saying thank you.
Yeah.
then, there was no money given to the government.
Also,
It
why
was
would
just-
you need them as speaker? That doesn't make sense. It's like, we know a lot about charity. We've been taking people's money for years. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, come
Look,
on.
obviously, it just goes to show that they had very close ties with the Trudeau family. They're obviously much more than just ties, right? I think that we can just say right now that there's
Bow
this
ties.
friendship, right?
Yeah.
And they invited his family.
Well,
Look, I don't have a problem with that. I have no issue with them being paid.
As private
speak-
citizens, yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. Invite
But in the
whoever you
grand
want.
context of things, suspicious, G-Funk, suspicious.
It's suspicious the fact that after from what we found out yesterday, and that was only one day in the hearings, right? I mean, that they had a proposal already prepared. What is going on over here, right? I don't know. I guess we'll find out as days and perhaps weeks go by. One thing is for sure, though, and
Yes.
as we said, since this thing broke out, it doesn't seem like it will go anywhere. So, tune in again next week for quite possibly some more incredible developments in this story. I don't know how deep they're going to dig.
Would it be funny
But
if Trudeau cries on camera? He's like, "Oh fuck it, sorry." That would be amazing. I would love that.
No, that if he cries,
No.
That's
people are gonna be like,
crocodile
"Oh, look, he's so sorry."
Yeah,
so
you don't go to
sorry.
jail if you cry. Everybody knows the rules in
Yeah.
Canada.
You know what they're gonna do to you if you cry in jail?
tears.
I'd love to see that.
But that's crocodile.
That's
Or
a
he could
weak
double down,
scenario.
pull a Nick Cannon, apologize by not apologizing.
Wait, Nick Cannon apologized, but what did he say?
Yeah, he's like, "Look, I'm sorry. I didn't want to offend anyone. I wasn't trying to be racist or anything. But why are you guys mad when I tell the truth?" What?
apology.
What?
That's like next level.
Yeah, that's like next. He doesn't. It's like, what the fuck?
That's like wife beater. I'm sorry you made me hit you level.
Mm.
But that's another crazy story. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw that. I didn't hear the podcast.
I only
didn't
saw
watch it.
the few
I
minutes within the context of what's going on. I'm not gonna watch Nick Cannon's fucking show.
Yeah. I didn't want to bother with that either. But
Which one is he? He's a singer, right, Nick Cannon?
Yeah,
he was that.
he tried to be a rapper, didn't work. He
And
was
then he had
dating
that
Mariah
was it
Carey.
America's Got Talent. He was
Something.
the.
Yeah,
Wild
yeah,
and-
yeah, yeah. Nick
Wild and
Cannon,
Out.
right.
Walling out
Wild
that
Out,
show,
yes.
which just got
Wild
canceled
and
because of him.
Out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was married to what's her face?
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon was married to Mariah Carey?
Yeah, that's why he was mad at Eminem.
This is all becoming very strange, this
Yeah.
conversation.
And this whole anyways.
Went all over the place.
Yeah, he went all over the
I
place.
didn't-
Eminem
clip.
fucked Mariah Carey.
What? Yeah, no, Eminem. Whatever. I can't. You see,
Let's not get
George
into
is gonna
the
get
gossip.
uncomfortable if I say what he did to Mariah Carey, so I won't say it.
I'll say it now. I want to know.
No,
Yeah, everyone wants to know now.
he jizzed on her
not?
stomach.
That's it.
Yeah, he.
I mean, was it unrequited? Was it on?
No, it wasn't okay. They were
non-consensual?
together. Like, I don't know. She invited him over to her house or some shit. It's part of one of his songs. Talks about it, and he's like, "I know you're mad because I nutted early." And it's this fucking yeah. I was like, "Oh Jesus Christ, that's fucking hilarious." Yeah.
I don't. So yeah. I didn't know
Anyway,
about
so
the
Nick Cannon holds a grudge.
Okay.
Yeah, but look, I mean, this has taken a whole dimension though in the U.S. and there's people that came out to support him, and people are bashing them for
yeah,
supporting.
because a
him.
lot of men in the U.S. I'm sure the percentage is high of men who nut early, right?
No, he didn't nut early. It was Eminem who nutted early in this case.
I know.
But yeah, because here's the thing, like you're allowed to say whatever the fuck you want, right? But it's just weird that you're thinking it's like, how am I gonna fight racism? I know how, with racism. It's like, no, that's the opposite of what you got to be doing. That's So,
It makes so
I
much
don't know.
sense. Like
So
what's his name?
so
Like
he
Ice
got
Cube.
fired. So what happened to Ice Cube?
Oh, he just said some anti-Semitic shit, and the internet's not blowing up. So like, anti-Semitic advocacy groups. No, wait, that's not the right term. I mean, the groups that fight anti-Semitic people and ideas. They're
What
going
group?
nuts because
Who
no one's
fights-
calling out Ice Cube.
Oh well, I don't
Honestly,
know.
I really don't follow this stuff, man. Honestly, I don't.
You know what happens
I
is
just-
everyone gets mad every couple of days, and then they're like, you know what? It's their fucking fault, and they just start going
Yeah.
crazy. And they're like, what the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
did you say about me?
Mind
That's all it is.
So
He
what
did
happened?
say some pretty nasty shit.
So what's the thing with Nick Cannon? He got fired from CBS, but Fox, I think, kept him on.
Yeah, Fox is like, no, he's cool. He's like, what do you say? The Jews are bad? That's cool. We'll just go.
No, but you
Is
know
that
what
what
else?
Nick Cannon said?
He said some stuff like, yeah, it was, and then he's like, how can I be anti-Semitic if we're the? He was saying those, Black Hebrew Israelites, conspiracy theories.
Oh, yeah,
we're the
yeah.
real Israelites, shit like that. It's fucking hilarious. It's crazy, yeah.
I'm sure Jews love that shit.
The other thing I found funny was Puff Daddy that came on and said, "Hey, come on, man, come over to our network." I can't remember what network he has. He goes, "It's an all-black network created for blacks, by blacks." And I'm thinking, isn't that racist?
Yeah. He's like, the Jews aren't gonna stop you on my network. It's so fucking, it's so crazy.
Only for blacks, no one else is allowed, right?
A lot of the stuff that's happening now is very. What was that fucking movie that Terry Crews was the president of the States? Do you remember that movie?
Idiocracy.
Idiocracy. That's it. It's very much like that. Like I see stuff, I'm like, it feels like a parody of real life. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
It,
a little
all
bit.
all of this feels, a lot of it feels like a parody. You know, like I'm seeing some guy got, so the NBA is restarting, and the first couple of games, basically, players are allowed to put messages on their jerseys instead of their names. Okay, but the NBA pre-approved which messages they can have. There's like, let's say, a selection of 15. It's like I can't breathe, Black Lives Matter, whatever they want from the selection. So some people were like, oh, well, can I just go out of the selection? Like, can I pick something else? And they're like, no. And some players like, it's kind of a piss off. Like, why aren't you letting me? Which then I'm like, well, why you get, like, I don't even know who's right in this, because I'm like, why are you getting mad? Like, you should have your name anyway. Like, why is that what's pissing you off? But then what you should be even more mad about is that not only are the selections all Black Lives Matter related, which makes sense, on the NBA store, there was a whole thing last week. Tim Pool was checking it out. If you write free Hong Kong, it won't let you print the jersey.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Because the NBA folds to China all the time. So people are like, wait, hold on a second. We're saying we're anti-racist, we're anti-this, but only for specific people. If your wallet's getting filled up, then you'll allow them to do racist shit. Like, what the fuck's happening? You don't want to
It's all
offend them.
virtue signaling, anyways. All of it.
Yeah, it's
of
all
it's
virtue signaling. That's what it is. So
Anyone who pretends it's not is
So
either
I'm all-
lying to themselves or part of the problem.
I like the fact that they're telling the players now, all right, we can have a message, on the back of your shirt, but the fact that you limit them, because how do you know? Maybe somebody doesn't want to write, I can't breathe. Maybe somebody wants to write free Hong Kong. Maybe somebody wants to write, I don't know, free Palestine.
seems
Maybe
really confusing
yeah,
for
let
the
them fucking
announcers.
put their social message on there. Why do you limit them to whatever you think is safe for TV? It's either you're for it, you're for free speech, and you're for them expressing themselves, or you're not.
They're
Especially
not.
when
They're
you
just trying to
block
make
even
advertiser money.
especially when you block even private citizens from buying a jersey. You could say everything. You could say free Burger King, free Brooklyn, whatever you want. But if you say free Hong Kong, you can't fucking put that on. That's crazy.
What if you write Hong Kong incorrectly? Like you write it as one word.
There's no, it's all one word. You could put it in one word. It'll stop you. There's ways you can do it though. There's ways like if you misspell it, obviously, put a zero
and a
shit like that. Yeah, there's ways you get around it. But it's just the fact that exists. That's what's crazy.
That's just the NBA being the NBA. Like,
But I do like the fact that they're letting them like express, put a slogan on there. But the fact that you limit them, because you never know, somebody might his political thing might be something else. Like, so you have a Palestinian, he doesn't want to write that. He wants to put his own social message, or something. I'm just let them.
I don't know. I mean, I think that's them just subverting like reality. They're putting a little bit of crack in the water of their pets. That's what they're doing to keep them from revolting. Because if the NBA does not take a stand against racism and stand with
but they always did. The NBA always did.
Of course they always did. It
FIFA always
makes
did. But they wouldn't let players, like especially FIFA was big on this. So FIFA's anti-racism. They do all this stuff, but they don't let the players get involved. They don't want you to have any political messages. None of that.
FIFA has like a serious racist problem.
Well, that's because
Like,
FIFA's
they
all
always
around the
have.
world internationally. So
Yeah.
you're gonna get sometimes you have countries facing each other
Remember those
and they're
gorilla
in war.
posters a few years ago?
The which?
The monkey posters.
No,
Remember that? Was that in Greece? Where was that?
no, Greece didn't have monkey posters.
Maybe it was not in Greece. Maybe Portugal. They were throwing bananas at a.
Oh,
black
that
player.
they that they were
where
doing
was
it.
that?
It was in England. It was a
Yeah,
Premier League.
it was in
it
England. Yeah.
Yes, the Commonwealth. So
But it wasn't they were throwing bananas. It's some guy threw a banana. It wasn't like an organized fan
it wasn't
thing.
like an organized banana toss.
No.
Sorry. I'm thinking of hockey. There was
Oh yeah, hockey they did it here in Philly.
There was a black goalie. No, they were throwing bananas at him.
I don't think
black
it
goalies?
was. Yeah, Kevin Weeks.
Black
I didn't know
goalie,
that.
the Carolina
They
Hurricanes.
did it to Simmons too.
someone.
Yeah, like it'll happen. But what I'm saying is no league is for that shit. You know what I mean? It's the second that kind of
I
shit
didn't
happens
mean
normally.
that. I mean, they have
people,
a serious internal problem.
people around them
fans.
grab people like that normally and toss them the fuck out. Like those people normally get beat up. It's because like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? But I'm just, all that to say is I'm all for the leagues allowing players to exercise their freedom of speech and speak and say stuff. But the fact that you limit what they're allowed to talk about, that's what's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
It gets tricky, guys. It gets tricky. I always felt that politics should stay out of sport, and which is why I appreciated what FIFA did, even though there is racism all over the place in FIFA.
Everywhere.
But rather than posting messages on their jerseys or whatever, before they have the kickoff, they have the banner.
Yeah.
saying,
It stops here.
So everyone stands together, and then good, let's go play.
Yeah.
Let's play. They could have very easily done that in basketball or in any other sport. But to allow messages now on the shirt, offhand that it's gonna get messy, man. Yeah,
Maybe that's why they
control.
only they control the messages and they give you a selection of like 10, 15. Maybe that's why they did it, so that somebody doesn't write something crazy.
Yeah, but I don't think they should have done that anyway. I mean, just get your players together, do something meaningful before the beginning of the game or at the end of the game or at halftime. I don't know, do something to show that you care and that you're sensitized to the situation. But to allow them to put messages on their shirts, I mean, you're automatically making it political, right?
You're right.
I'm not saying it should be. I'm not saying it shouldn't be. I'm just saying that maybe sport should not be involved in this whole thing, right?
You know what? You're actually more right than I. Like, you make a better point than I do. Like, I'm all for them expressing themselves, but you probably make the best point, which is it's sport. Let them have in the beginning a message of unity to show, like, look, we're all international players here. Like, look at Toronto Raptors, right? My favorite fucking team. Everyone's on it. You got people from fucking Spain, Senegal, Canada. Everyone's on it. Like, it's an international team. And most of these teams in the NBA are international. You have players from all over the world now, the way the NBA has grown. So just be like, look, we're fucking united. We're here to have a good time. We want to, we're against racism. Now let's play basketball. So I'm with you on that. I don't mind personally the messages. What I mind is that the NBA says, okay, you're allowed to speak your mind, but only if your mind agrees with these 15 statements. Because I think Norman Powell from the Raptors was pissed off because he goes, he's like, what the fuck? He wanted to write something like, am I next? Or some shit like that, which is kind of a cool thing. And they're like, nope, you're not going to write that. You're only allowed to put these. He's like, what the fuck, man? I thought you said I could express myself. I don't want to write I can't breathe or anything. I want to write this. Am I next? Because that's what I think in my head. And that's what my fear is it's anybody could get killed or something. So they're like, no, you can't do that. So it's like, okay, so don't let them do it or let them go free.
I just feel like they went overboard with this whole thing. I mean, have a message, but don't personalize it with each player, right? I mean, I think I don't know. That's just what I think.
Yeah. No, it's I don't know anymore what the best case is. Like, obviously, the whole goal is you'd like to see just people kind of wake up like dummies and not, we don't live in a world where it's like, fuck, are they just being racist? Is that a racist person? You don't want to think that. Like, what's this guy's motives? We'll get there with education, I guess. People, the more we live together, people will learn, and we'll weed that kind of shit out, hopefully. But now we've learned that it goes all over the place. Racism is not secluded to one, gender, one color, one. No. It's everywhere. It's rampant all over the place, and we do have to, I guess, address it. Because, like, the Nick Cannon thing kind of shows that. It's like, well, we're trying to stop racism everywhere, then leave them alone, too. Don't fucking attack on other people.
Yeah, and being the victim of racism doesn't give you carte blanche to be racist. Like, it's not like a pass. Like, how... I'm not even gonna get into that. Never mind.
No. You're just gonna say like it just because you're the victim of something doesn't mean you should do it to someone. Yeah, obviously.
I mean, it doesn't give you the right to do it to someone else.
No, you're 100% right.
Like that's not the case.
That's
not the case, though.
We had a whole discussion about. I found out about like pedophile networks and shit in the world, and that's kind of because I was surprised. They were showing me a documentary. Alex came over and showed me a documentary on Vice, and they were showing a map of the U.S. And he goes, look at it, because they were going to the Philippines and shit. They had all these like people that were selling their own kids basically for these videos and people to go there and sleep with kids. And he goes, you know who's downloading all these videos? And he goes, let's just look at the U.S. These are all of the IPs downloading kiddie porn right now. And bro, the map was fucking lit up like pop, 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 all over. So me, I used to think it was like a small segment of society, right? But it turns out that it's something crazy. But you know what that probably means? That means that because they say that a lot of people that do this, they were molested or, you know, like you're basically reliving that trauma and you're doing it to someone else. So that means that let's say one hockey coach for kids, molested 10 kids, let's say. Those, or a priest, whatever the fuck happened. Then those 10 kids, let's say they each did it to fucking 5 each, right? It's exponential. So it's fucking, they're ruining the future, you know, it's growing. Then you're having more and more of these. So you can't, because you were victimized, the same, you know, to do it to someone else. Because that's what they're doing. That's what these pedophiles are doing. A lot of them were victimized.
Pedophiles.
Huh?
How did we get here in this conversation?
Because
I'm so confused.
it was a topic earlier in the week on 2 drink minimum, and you said if something happened to you, it doesn't give you carte blanche to do it to someone else. That's what these pedophiles are doing. Their excuse when they get caught, a lot of them is, oh, well, when I was young, my uncle did this to me. It's like, yeah, but you just fucked over these kids. Why did you do the same thing?
I mean, there's trauma involved. There's psychological damage. There's an inability to separate the pain from, like, it's way more complex than.
I have no sympathy. I have no sympathy for.
I'm not saying there's
for you to do
I'm just
something
saying
to
the way
someone.
You're saying it exponentially increases, right?
Well, the pedophile thing, yeah, because I don't know how to explain the map,
it's
how
the
lit
real
up it was.
virus.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain. It's to me, it's shocking because as far as I knew growing up, it was like a small segment, like it was an anomaly in society for people to do that shit to kids.
I mean,
but when
we
you
didn't know
see
shit
that,
growing up, let's be serious.
when you see that light up, I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like, how do you fight this?
Actually,
There's
now that
more
you brought up
pedophiles
the
than there are
pedophile
cops.
rings- Now that you brought up pedophile rings, I have a great anecdote for you guys. I was at the local cafe bar watering hole where
Today?
the wasted youth of the future hangs out.
Today?
Sorry?
Today, this morning?
No. This was a few weeks ago. Okay. And someone who will remain nameless starts to tell me how the pedophiles put out coronavirus. Like this.
Oh, that's a new one. I haven't heard this one.
Wait. This gets better. The pedophiles put out the coronavirus, bro, so that they can get all the kids and we'd be locked in our houses. Now, fast forward
That's
3
funny.
weeks later.
That's a
3
fucking.
weeks later, the same individual's telling me, and with no memory, I guess, of the last conversation we had, how they're using the coronavirus to cut down and arrest these pedophile rings. I'm like, hang on a second. Which one is it? He's like, I never said that. I was like, okay,
that's
good chat. Anyways, yeah.
But that's actually funny. They're gonna get because you're inside, right? You can't go outside. You're just
can't
watching your
fucking
kid
save their
get
little
tossed in a
kitty
van. Yeah, that's so stupid. But yeah, anyway, all this to say, there's a lot of fuckery afoot, George. So the world, as much as I like to joke around, I like to make people happy and laugh. While we're doing this, there's sinister shit going around. You know what I mean?
Always.
Are you talking about Kanye West?
No, he didn't do
What a
anything sinister.
segue. Yes.
Good. So let's go to Kanye West because George is losing his mind. He's like, they're talking about racism. They went to
George is
pedophiles.
accusing Kanye of touching kids? Is that what
You know what's funny about George? Even though we're anti all that stuff, anti-racism, anti-pedophiles, all that, he still hates him when we broach any of the subjects because he's like, what if somebody just listens to this for 3 seconds? All he hears is pedophiles, and they panic.
No, I'm not
Fucking
worried about
pedophiles.
it.
Dadversation. Just us kids. What?
No, it's just I don't know, man. It's obviously look, we can talk about anything we want. I have no issue. It's just that it's strange to me how we've gotten to this point in our society where these fucking things, man, we can't even control them. Like you have now specialists coming out saying that pedophilia is a sexual orientation.
That's like, fucking Vice News shit. Fuck that.
Man. You know what I mean? It's just things that bother me. Like, what is going on? How am I raising kids in this society? You know,
Too much freedom.
But I don't like the whole. It's because it's what he's into. It's because it's what he's into. It's an orientation. Because then our rapist going to use that same excuse. Oh, that's the only way I get turned on. Like, come on, lady. What's the big deal? It's only that's his orientation. Are you
Hold
fucked?
on, there's a specialist
Are you
trying to chime
fucked?
in here. Go ahead, Poseidon.
Go, Poseidon.
Look, I can't really collect my thoughts right now because I'm too angry. But this is because they've been destroying family and values for years now.
Who's
This
they?
is why this is happening.
Who's they?
The fucking elitists, the government, whatever the fuck is going on, bro. They've been destroying family values for the longest fucking time.
What
This is why
race
we're
are they,
seeing all this
Poseidon?
Shit. Huh?
What race are they? Who's they in your head?
They're lizards, bro.
The lizard theories are coming back. A lot of people keep talking about reptile.
God, the fucking frogs are
that's
turning gay.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask David Icke when I have him on the podcast. I'm gonna ask him about the reptilians because I don't remember. I remember hearing the reptilian stuff years ago, But I remember the full theory was that they were basically aliens, that they've been here for a while, but they're underground and they're
No,
shape-shifting.
they're subterranean. They live
They're
under,
subterranean.
They come from the earth. Yeah.
Yeah,
George,
yeah.
tell us about Kanye.
Yeah.
How do people like believe in this stuff, man? Honestly, and it's whatever.
How
Dude,
do you
people
not,
believe the
George?
Earth is
Open your
flat.
mind.
There's people that believe the Earth is flat, George. So anything is possible.
Guys, I have someone close to me that believes that, and every time,
No.
I swear to God, and I'm like, what?
Are you friends with them?
Like, You're
friends.
This is family, bro.
Oh, hold
okay,
on, hold
that's
on. I'm gonna tell you something hilarious related to this. So a couple of months ago, before the whole Rona in the winter, we were in George's neighborhood of Brossard. I was doing a show.
Don't
Mike
tell them
had
where he lives now that he's talked all this shit.
He always talks about Brossard. So Mike had a show there, remember? And I was doing the opening for him. It was a French show, and we met some cool dudes. They came in back there. They were pilots, and they were learning how to be pilots. And then I don't know how the flat Earth came about. And he goes, "You think it's ridiculous that random people on the internet believe the Earth is flat?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You know what's even more ridiculous? We have people, these two Algerians that are in our school that fly planes. They're with us. They fly planes and they say the Earth is flat and that everything they're learning and the way they get to places is a goddamn lie." And he's like, "Handle that." He's like, "Try to picture what the fuck I'm telling you." He goes,
Come on,
"They
these people are gonna
fly
airplanes.
Yeah, these are future pilots, and like this is all a scam." He's like, "We're with them. We're trying to explain. Well, the reason why it's not a scam. This is how you get there." Nah. That's not how you get to play. Because you know how you don't fly directly, right? There's certain places where you want to go. Yeah, you do the arc, and they're like, "Nah, that's some bullshit." They're doing that to make you think that this shit's not flat. And they're like, "But you could fly up there. You're the only people that can fly up there and see."
I mean,
Just think for a second. These people may potentially be the ones carrying you one day from here to like anywhere, you know, to any destination.
Yeah.
These are the people that you're putting your trust.
never leaving my house.
Yeah, exactly. Don't leave your house.
I'm going from here to the new studio on foot every day. That's it. I'm done.
It doesn't matter where we need to go. It's all
Well,
straight line.
You can't live in fear like that. Also,
Thank you, Poseidon.
Thank you, Braveheart.
Thank you for adding nothing.
Yeah.
You cannot live in fear that the flat earthers will take over. What is flat earth fear anyway?
Guys, can I just random segue? Because
Yes.
this picture of Mike on the wall kills me every time. He looks like fucking Vigo the Carpathian.
A bit, because he's looking
Right?
down. Oh, so amazing.
Scourge of Moravia.
If I knew how to do it, man, right now, just make like a animation of that him coming to life, coming out of the wall,
Choking the fuck
and
out of
choking the
Poseidon.
fuck out of Poseidon. Nostos Dominus.
Massimo thought it was a
I
painting.
know you want to
woman.
talk about Kanye really bad.
Yeah, talk about Kanye.
Right.
I
Okay,
just find
this
this very
is
interesting. I mean,
President
you know,
Easy.
look, because we never actually spoke about this on the show, but we did exchange some text messages last week, I think, or whenever it was when he announced that he was running.
Don't you fucking read those text messages, George. Those are not safe for the internet.
But there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I remember writing to you guys that either he was high out of his mind, or either he's lacking attention, and I remember writing also that if he's remotely serious, given the relationship that he has with Trump and how Biden's numbers were climbing, that he can very well be it could be a strategic move to sway voters away from Biden, split the vote, and help Trump win.
Yeah,
Boy,
I said
what
that.
Get reelected. Now, but look, guys, the truth is that even though I wrote that that last idea, not an inch of my body or mind believed in it. Okay, I just thought that it was just a stupid statement that would just get forgotten in a couple of days, right? But earlier this week, we find out that there were rumors of him already saying that he was going to step aside. An organizer that he had hired came out and said that he thought it was all over.
2024.
Sorry?
He said he wants to relaunch in 2024.
Yeah, it goes. Look, it's over. Nothing's moving forward. It's too late, etc. But immediately I thought, wow, he was actually serious about this, and he actually hired a team. I just thought he was crazy, and he just put out a tweet.
Yeah, Olga wrote, and I was thinking the same thing. Kanye is bipolar. We know that he's bipolar. Like so, he'll say some stuff. He'll snap sometimes. It's just it's up to the people around him, I guess, to kind of hold him down.
Look, I never took it seriously, but then I saw something interesting this week on the Philip DeFranco show. I don't know if you guys watched that on YouTube, where he was talking about this whole thing, and he brought up this national poll that was conducted on July 9th, and for the first time, Kanye West's name was included in the poll. So here are the numbers, and of course, look, let's keep in mind that polls don't mean anything.
Yeah, who
right?
the fuck answers polls?
No, but just remember what happened in 2016 when the polls were predicting a landslide victory of Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, that's why.
It happened, right?
Dude, I've been
But
saying
it's
this for years.
polls-
Polls are not for voting. Polls are for dancing, George. Keep going.
No, but
Hey, I second that.
But it's just interesting to see how things kind of evolve. So here are the numbers, right? So without Kanye included, Biden was at 48%, Trump was at 40%, and with Kanye included in the poll, Biden remains at 48%, and Trump drops to 39%, while Kanye gets 2%. So I just found
that doesn't make
interesting.
any sense.
Look, I just found it interesting that at the first sight, perhaps suggesting that Kanye West may actually harm Trump, rumors started circulating that he's out of the race, So I'm like, interesting. But then yesterday, late in the day, I was going through Twitter, and I read somewhere that his team, or him and I guess his team, they succeeded in filing for the Oklahoma ballot. And that his team is still in place, and they're scrambling to get all the required signatures to get him qualified in the few states that are left where he can actually qualify. So
that's crazy, huh?
I don't know what's going on in this situation. I mean, there's still confusion on whether or not he's actually running.
I mean, look, he's allowed and he has the money, so do whatever the fuck you want.
Look, I don't know what you guys think.
Hold on, guys. I'm stepping away for just a second. Something's going on. I gotta check this out. I hear crying baby. I'll be right back. Okay. Enjoy other film.
Crying baby. Phil doesn't have any kids. Now.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know what you guys think of this whole situation. We're superstars and famous celebrities. They feel like they can somehow run a country. I mean, I just feel like the more this current mandate is evolving, or has evolved, because it's almost at the end, the more the seat of the president of the United States has been reduced to a complete farce, and I don't want to come out as judgmental here or anything towards celebrities or these kind of popular people, because I really think that if you're a citizen, like you said before, I mean, you have every single right to run for office, and it's not the first time. I don't think it'll be the last time either. And even here in Quebec, I mean, I came out against everyone slamming Guy Nantel for leaving comedy to run for office. I just think that if you're gonna make that move, just do it the right way
and go 100% in that direction.
I mean, don't be an idiot, man. Calling your party the birthday party because when you win, it'll be like everyone celebrating their birthday.
Is that what he said?
That's what Kanye said. We're gonna call it the birthday party. And that you're gonna remodel the White House like Wakanda. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, man?
Wakanda's not a real place.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's wrong with this guy. I mean, you want to run for office, get off the drugs, get off the pills, get serious, start early, surround yourself with people that can actually guide you, come up with a platform, raise public funds to demonstrate that you have support on the ground. Just do it right. I mean, what an unbelievably strange year this has been so far. I mean, I don't know what you guys think of all this craziness, but I mean,
I'm done with it. I'm not watching. This week is the week that I officially decided there's no more nothing. I don't care. I'll get my news from, like, I'll see an article, like, let's say on Twitter or whatever, and if I want to read it, I'll read it. But I no more on my TV. There's no more CNN, no more Fox News, no more CNBC. I don't put on any of them because none of them wants to say the truth. They want to say what's going to get people talking, and it's always negative. Right, so
Do you still have cable?
I have digital. I have every channel on the planet. I could watch Azerbaijani stuff if I wanted to watch garbage, but it's there. I can watch whatever I want. It's all
another mess in that corner of the world too, man. These fucking people. They were demonstrating the other day to end the lockdown for COVID so that they can attack Armenia. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, the Azerbaijanis, Turkey light as they're known in political and civilized society. They're trying to kill the Armenians. What the fuck?
Again?
No, they were actually demonstrating. They were on the street trying to.
They're like, end the lockdown so we could go kill the Armenians. That's what they were saying.
No, but I read something about them being attacked or something.
They attacked Armenia, and then Armenians fought back. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Didn't they annex Nagorno-Karabakh or whatever?
Artsakh.
They annexed a part of Armenia?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Shit.
Oh
It's
fuck, I
called
didn't even know about that.
Nagorno-Karabakh, I believe. It's like
It's the Artsakh region.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been in conflict for years over there. But I just found it ridiculous. You know, I mean, you have these people, they're out on the street trying to tell the government, look, lift these measures against COVID so that we can go fight Armenia. What the hell is wrong
See,
with
people
you?
talk
Did
shit
they
about
specifically
People talk
say
shit
that?
about Americans all the time, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Americans will
There were
protest to
clips
not
of
go to
it.
war, right? That's what Americans will protest. They will protest to not go to war. That's what they'll protest against their government. And then people call Americans savages. And then other parts of the world, they're protesting to kill their neighbor.
people.
And then that's
To kill
fucking
them.
cool. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, they're trying
Man.
to kill the Armenians again.
All my Armenian peeps must be buzzing right now.
I
Yeah.
don't have many Armenian peeps.
I have some.
Actually have a lot of Armenian friends.
Yeah, me too. And I like our Armenians in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
haven't.
think Kim Kardashian came out, right?
She came out as Armenian.
No, she came out with a post,
No, I saw the post. Yeah, she's speaking out. I didn't see if Sam Tripoli posted anything, but Sam Tripoli for sure he's gonna speak out against this shit. So yeah, there's a lot. I mean, I don't care what you are, but in this case, I know that Armenians were fucking victimized. You know that they keep getting fucked over. So I feel fucking bad. Like it sucks. And no one cares. You see that's not in the news. Instead, it's gonna be like fucking Trump wore his mask backwards. This isn't news, bro. This isn't fucking news. Pieces of garbage.
Or like fucking TMZ will post like, oh my god, Kylie Jenner is so brave. She ate pancakes for breakfast.
Yeah, exactly. She's not scared of
inspired,
carbs.
guys. That
She's
inspired me.
fearless.
Nobody gives a
Fired.
fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people give a fuck. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they exist, man, because it sells. You know, gossip sells.
Opium for the masses.
The gossip thing is the thing that I've always been again. Like I don't give a shit about people's personal lives. I don't give a shit about Will Smith and his wife. Like it's not my business. It's not my business. What I want to know is I like inside scoop of like what movie's getting made or I like that kind of stuff like sports teams trades because that's a public thing.
The whole Will Smith thing though, there's some great memes.
There's
though.
memes, but I don't like your personal
Fantastic.
life exposed. It's none of my fucking business. I don't care what you do. Like it's adults doing adult
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
No one's getting raped or whatever. So it has nothing to do with me, man. Do you? I don't give a fuck.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, or other people. like that.
Speaking of movies, did you guys see the trailer of that new Jamie Foxx movie with a superhero movie?
No, what is it?
Which one? What?
It's gonna be on Netflix. It looks crazy. It's like this whole thing about a pill that you can take, and for 5 minutes it gives you like this superpower. And this whole underworld starts, selling these pills, and you have all this crime happening. And
We got 5 minutes to blow this shit. Oh, that's amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea. I like these new concepts. Instead of fucking hashing old shit.
I've been watching Warrior Nun.
Is that
That's
good?
just-
I saw the
That's some
trailer on
great
Netflix.
That's some great Netflix right there.
Yeah,
Warrior
Warrior
Like
Nun.
classic 90s. In the battle between heaven and hell, there is a chosen one. Like it's one of these. It's. Look, guys, it's not winning an Oscar,
And
but
she's-
it's so much fun.
Cindy. Oh my God! Hi guys. I'm here to fight the devil.
No, I'd watch that too. That's hilarious. No, this is a bit more. It's like a Buffy rehash, that kind of story. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, that kind of style. Like every generation.
They did start making movies again, by the way. A lot of production has
Yeah,
opened.
they have, and
Yeah.
it's super expensive. And movie ticket prices are gonna go up, and it's gonna be quick. Can you not eat the microphone? Thank
Dude,
you.
digital. It's all going. People are gonna get fed up. It's all gonna go on demand.
I know, but the theater is an important part of society.
I love the
still,
theater.
Like the movie theater.
You know what I love? I
I
love the
look-
theater. But you know what else I always loved, Phil? I love the movie fucking store. I love going to the goddamn store and renting some movies, sitting there for hours
I
looking at
always
stuff.
hated that.
You hated that.
I hated Blockbuster because it was just this like black hole of time.
I love the.
It was like
rental
being
stores.
in a time warp. You're there and you're like, okay, it's 6 p.m. Let's go rent a movie. We'll eat some dinner. Next thing you know, it's 9. You're standing there with 4 videos. You're like, fuck, I don't know.
You just take
Yeah.
them all, man. Rent them all.
No, my dad. When I was a kid, my dad used to do one video game. I was like, oh god, I can't choose.
And no, movies are getting made again. I know for a fact.
Yeah.
There's productions starting, and actually there was some that didn't really stop too much during the whole
Yeah,
COVID
because
thing.
they didn't believe in the Rona.
Yeah, and I think Tyler Perry has his own studios, his own lot, everything, and all his people had to stay at a hotel and quarantine so that he continued filming. Like, there's a lot of production that was still happening.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you guys
Sounds
make it? I
exciting.
mean, you're much younger than I am. Did you guys make it with the VHS rentals there
Not
with
that much younger than you realize, man.
with a Velcro sticker?
Oh, you're talking about fucking Rialto. You're talking about
No. You walk into a video store and
You have the Velcro thing. You take it, you bring it to the cash, and they give you. Yeah, Rialto had that when they were on Park Avenue and when they were on Jerry. Yeah.
I vaguely remember that.
yeah.
I remember the VHS cassettes used to be stacked behind if they had multiple copies.
No, there wasn't. It was
No,
the
there wasn't.
cover.
Yeah, it was the cover,
that you can grab,
and they would have
then
a
it had
Velcro chip.
little button that you would rip off and bring it to the counter, and then she would go back and bring you the cassette.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever experienced that. It was always the empty plastic with the number on it. You would take it to the front, they'd put a cassette in, you'd leave with it.
Different type of video store. So,
I was
but
a Blockbuster.
with the Velcro stuff, I remember some sneaky kids, if they were brighter than the rest of them, this guy, what he would do is they would, if they didn't have money to rent it at that moment, they would take out the good movie or the game, put it on a shit one that was fucking missing for some reason, and then go back later and pull that one because people thought it was already rented. I did that.
I don't even know. That's very illegal.
I did that. It's like I put it to the side. I put it to the side so that nobody would take it from me. But I remember Rialto did that. Remember Rialto? Where you could get your Greek films.
Oh.
Yeah, because what they would do is they would take Greek soap operas, and he would record them on VHS for the Greeks that lived here, and then they would go rent them and catch up on the soap operas from Greece.
I used to do the rent,
and they would always freak out like, "No, you're telling me Kostas was cheating on Maria, and now he's a leprechaun!" Like it's all stupid shit.
Johnny's brother.
Yeah.
This was at the Rialto Theater. They used to rent out films there.
I didn't know that.
No. Yeah. Well, he was next to the Rialto Theater initially. That's why I think they called it Rialto, and then they moved to Jerry. They moved to Jerry.
No knowledge of this.
Was Jerry Outram on about? Yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
You never went to Venus?
Oh yeah, Venus was on.
Venus Friday, yeah.
Yeah.
Friday.
I remember in college we had gone there and we realized there was a back room with a curtain. We're like, what the fuck is in here?
No, Venus was on JT. It was next to Miss JT.
Yeah, think about Delphi. Variety.
Oh, Delphi Variety. That one's still open. I don't know if they still have the same stuff, but it's still open.
No, they don't have videos, but you can buy it's like a little grocery store now. It's interesting and buy random shit. But Venus had like a little curtain room in the back, and they had like 19. What?
Next to Miss Jean Talon there.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, they had like 1970s Greek pornos, like weird shit.
Back in the day, the pornos in all the video stores were in another room, and I remember at Videotron they had it was like those cowboy doors.
Yeah.
So you could see from the top and the bottom. Yeah, the saloon doors. It's like you walk in like a cowboy.
And you walk out like a fucking idiot.
But I used to always wonder, because I used to see people, they'd be like this, they'd be walking and look around, and the second there's nobody around, they just sneak in.
They sneak in.
And I used to die. I'm like, well, I can hear the door, bro. We all know you went in there. Like,
wait, Poseidon, how do you even remember this?
You know what I pictured? No. What I pictured was a dude wearing a cowboy outfit and a cowboy hat, and having like a fucking one of those ponchos, and you know how they do the gun spin on the thing. They're walking in there. They're just jerking off under the fucking poncho or something.
Well, the first time there was at the Videotron on Wilderton, there was a time where there was a guy with a trench coat who did jerk off in the porno stuff. That. Yeah, it was a big thing, and it made me, even as a kid, it made me laugh. Like this fucking retard. But I remember a guy who, I think there was a limit at one point on how many porno films you could rent at once, because there's a guy that went in the front and he had like a stack, like all kinds, and they told him that there's a limit or some shit. Like I don't know what he was doing. I think he was recording them to sell them or something, because porn was expensive. I don't know what the fuck the whole thing was. But and then the guy was arguing, and it's like a weird thing for an adult in front of a kid to argue about how many porno tapes he's allowed to rent. So, and I remember as a dude,
just wanted to get the hell out.
Yeah, I was like 14, 15, and I found it the funniest thing in the world. What am I going to put back? I'm going to put back cum sluts. I need cum sluts. And it's just like, this is the greatest argument ever to take place. You know what? I should talk about that shit on stage. I'll talk about it tonight, actually. Yeah.
That's fucking. I had forgotten that Videotron ever existed. That video store.
Oh, that was the best one. I loved it.
Erased from my memory until right now.
Because in the middle they had all the old movies, which is everything that's not a new release, and they had you pay $3. They had
that whole cotton candy section. Remember?
Yeah, $3. You get 3 movies for a week. It's fucking a good deal.
A good deal.
Yeah. So that's how I learned. Like that's how I would consume so much entertainment.
The video store, I guess. Now that I know this all started because I was like I hated the video store, but what an interesting place.
The video store was amazing.
Yeah.
It's the place that I always thought I would work at, and I never worked at, which is shocking. I would spend hours there. They should have paid me
for a day, a single day.
Really?
I walked in. They trained me. I was like fuck this. I'm not doing this.
You know, I had an interview when I was in high school, work at Blockbuster, and
I remember that.
And a joke, I think a joke didn't get me the job, because it was one of my first job interviews. I was a kid, and they ask you stupid. She had asked like the dumbest thing. She said like, "What is your weakness?" And I joked and I said kryptonite. And she didn't like it. Like I could tell that she wasn't happy with that, and they never called me back. And I was like, "That's clearly like, what do you want me to tell you? Like I'm a kid in high school. My weakness is I'm a child. Like what do you want me to fucking tell you?"
Yeah. So my description is my weakness. I'm a child in high school with no fucking work experience.
I remember I joked, it's like, "What's your weakness?" I'm like, "Kryptonite," and she's like, "What?" And then since then, they never called back.
They always ask that, right? Like
when I was a kid, they would ask that for all the stupid jobs. I don't know if they asked that for real jobs.
No, I mean for stupid jobs.
No, they do ask for real jobs. They do ask for real jobs. Every time they'd ask me that, my answer was always
I'm a chronic masturbator.
Or like, no, fuck it. No, I work too much, and I don't know how to take personal time.
That's amazing.
I always tell them soft cheese back then.
I always steal. What's your weakness? I always steal pens around the office. I once set a printer on fire. What?
No, I'm telling you, soft cheese. Soft cheese is the best answer. Because if they laugh, they laugh. If they don't, you say, "Well, I'm lactose intolerant."
Yeah. Am I gonna lose the job because of that, or are we anti-lactose intolerant? Discrimination. You discriminating against me?
Hashtag me too.
Yeah, I think I'm becoming a little lactose intolerant, or maybe I'm just eating too much cheese. I don't know.
Might be eating too much cheese.
Well, I think when you get older, you become not lactose intolerant, but like your body can't absorb as much of it.
Because as you get older, you become more intolerant. That's why you see all these old people who don't like black people, right?
Yeah, the intolerance grows. The older you get, you're just intolerant of everything. What's the deal with these youths? I love that. So, Mr. George, what's next? Do we have any more news that you want to share?
No, that's it. I got to run.
All right, get the hell out of here, George. Thank you so much for feeding our brains and listening to our nonsense.
Cao Cao.
Cao Cao.
Later, George.
All right, guys. So now that George is gone, let's talk about the video stores.
Let's talk about fucking George.
No, it's but dude, honestly, I'm surprised. Yeah, that you two, me was a big thing. I should have worked at a video store. I love it.
I just don't forget. I wasn't. You've known me my whole life, effectively. Yeah. Like I wasn't like I'm gonna be making movies when I'm big. It wasn't something I did as a child. Like I was just a kid doing random shit. Like I liked movies, but it wasn't on my radar. I actually one of my first. I don't know if it was my first jobs. One of my early jobs was working. It's funny because it's literally I can see the building from my window at home now. It's like right across the street.
Yeah.
I was working in a photo studio in the building where my mom works.
Oh, I know that building. Yeah.
Her boss's son had like a photo shop, like not like a 1 hour photo, but like where professional photographers would come in to make real prints and that kind of stuff. And this is way before film school, way before all of that. And he's like teaching me how to work in a dark room. And I'm like, this is bullshit. I want more money and I just want to hang out with my friends in the summer. Like, I just didn't want to learn it. I'm like, when am I going to ever need to use a dark room? Well, surprise, surprise. Like, I fucking needed to use a dark room later. And I really wish I had paid more attention.
Okay, can you explain the dark room thing to me? I don't know. How does that work? I never understood.
What do you want me to explain?
Like
the science behind
because they always say, like, oh, if somebody turns the light on, the film is done.
Yeah, because until it reacts to the set of chemicals that it needs to, the silver nitrate in the film, in the negatives, the second you expose it to light before it reprint. Because look, you have
how did they figure that out, man? Fucking people are so impressive.
Honestly, the way they figured out how camera works to me is mind blowing. Like the fact that someone figured out you could etch an image with light onto a fucking. That guy must have been bored, or is him and his wife were in a really long fight.
And then now we're fighting over nonsense. That guy's a different color. Like, look at this. Look at the advancements we fucking made, bro. It's incredible.
Why racism was less rampant back then. It was all black and white, anyways. You didn't know what.
Yeah, you didn't know. You're like, I saw the photo.
The world was actually black and white. Besides, you know that? It's not just the photograph.
I had a friend who believed that. There was no color in the world till I think Jesus. Yeah, we got into
color,
huge.
Like color skin or color.
Everything was black and white, and Jesus brought color to the world. That's what he said, and I almost choked him out.
Who is this guy? Send me his email. I want to talk to him. But yeah, that's how the dark room works. Because look, think about it. You take a picture, light comes in, it etches an image. If more light hits it, it just wipes it out. That's why turning on the light.
It's very impressive. Is what I'm saying. It's very
really
fucking impressive.
Cool. It's really fucking cool. And I don't remember why we're talking about it. Yeah, but Blockbuster. Yeah, I have an idea for a script in a Blockbuster.
Poseidon, like should I buy Ghost of Tsushima Should I buy that game now that it came out today? The Japanese.
Shouldn't
Up to you. Why not?
Are you? Is anybody in the chat or people gonna buy that game? I don't know.
I wanna buy
even
that
have time.
one,
What
but
am I
I wanna
fucking
play
saying?
the other one first.
Anyone know where to find that photo on Poseidon's wall? I checked Michel Grenier's pics and couldn't. I might try to do another VFX. The photo on his wall of Mike, that was a fan that painted it for Mike and sent it in based on the speech that Mike gave at the galas this year about the canary in the coal mine and all that. And then it was full, so they didn't have anywhere to put it. And he kept looking at it. Poseidon's like, I really like it, I really like it, I really like
It's a
it.
great piece of, yeah.
Yeah, and Mike's like, okay, fuck, if you like it, just give it a good home.
Wait, does somebody want to VFX it into coming to life? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, that's what Gapes is asking.
That would be very cool.
Yeah.
Man, Poseidon, get this guy a fucking high-res image so he can make it look like Mike is winking at you.
Yeah.
The whole stream.
Yeah, it's so what were we talking about? Oh yeah, the game. So I don't know if I should buy that Japanese game. Well, it's not a Japanese game, but it's about
When
Japan.
did it come out?
Today, right now, this morning.
Oh shit!
What was that, Poseidon? How is that helping me?
I don't know. I don't know. But before I play that one, man, I want to play the other one. What was the other one called? The
Ghost
other
of
samurai
Sekiro?
game?
Ghost of
I
Sekiro.
keep forgetting the damn name.
But that's a From Software type of game, so I don't know if I want to
But I love
break
those
a
games.
remote.
I'm obsessed with From Software. They're remaking Demon Souls, eh?
I heard, yeah. I saw the videos. It looks nice. The new graphics. It looks good. Yeah.
I'm very excited.
I just, sorry, you guys said Ghost of Tsushima
Yeah.
and samurai stuff, and I just realized because there's always a delay in the stream, I
Yeah.
can actually do this for the first time. And then it'll all be off sync.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wanted to go to fight many samurai.
Oh, the game
That
actually
does it
lets
for
you
me.
choose if you don't want to play it in English. It'll let you have English subtitles, but they'll all speak in Japanese, so it's like you're watching a movie. Which I wouldn't do. I'd rather
Oh,
just
the
hear
photo
it in
mode.
English.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter this morning.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. High
I'm not
concept.
comfortable fucking streaming from here. I don't like it. I'm not enjoying this.
Streaming from home.
Knows
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck, I'm just not comfortable right here.
I can't wait till the new studio's ready. You told me they're making
Yeah.
good progress, Phil. You went down and checked it out.
I was there yesterday. The air conditioning system has been installed. One side of all the walls are up,
Nice.
which is cool. Our offices in the back of the space, like where your studio will be and my studio, are more or less done. Like they need to be painted. That's it.
Oh, really? They filled in the noise canceling shit in the walls and all that stuff?
Yeah, on your side, they just left the wall open on one side so that the guy could pass the internal network for our Ethernet.
Okay.
So internet's set up. It's coming in next week. Like, I mean, it's coming along nicely. There's still that whole situation with the floor.
Yeah.
We don't know what's happening, which, I mean, for anyone wondering, like we agreed to a certain kind of floor, and now apparently the company that the contractor uses is on vacation. But the idea.
Can I just say
of finding
something? What kind
another
of a
company-
stupid fucking company has been out of work for fucking months and they're like, oh yeah, now we're also taking a
construction
vacation.
holidays?
No, there's no construction holidays this year. They said
I
it's
know, but
canceled.
they're taking construction holidays. These guys. That's
So
what's
then
happening.
find another company. That's
I
absurd.
told him, and he's like, "Well, I can't guarantee the quality of another company's work." I'm like, "Look, man, if you're telling me you're worried about an epoxy floor company not being able to do epoxy floor, it's fine. Don't worry. I trust them.
Yeah, that's what they
Start
do.
making phone calls." So he said he would look into it. I don't know. I really want my fucking gallery floor. It's fucking cool.
Yeah, I don't care. I just want it to look nice and not have
Yeah.
echo.
And I
All
don't
I'm
wanna
worried about
get
is echoes.
damaged.
I'm just worried about
Right.
that. I'm just worried about how much soundproofing I'm gonna have to do additionally.
I mean, being in the closed side of my office, because yours still has the open wall, it's not super echoey and it's empty right now.
What about
I mean,
the
we can always.
what about the Italian guy? Did he come measure the windows to put my drapes down and shit?
No, you told me you didn't want to overpay. I never reached out to him again because he can't do anything until everything's done anyways. I
Oh
was
no!
waiting.
Literally, the last conversation we had is you're like, "Are you sure?" Because he's gonna come. He could just measure both, and he
He
makes
already measured.
he makes those
already
curtains.
measured.
Because you told me he makes those curtains that I need.
He sells them. I mean,
Yeah.
the best thing to do right now is you should call him and tell
Okay.
him, I want these specific types of curtains. You have the measurements. How much?
Yeah. Okay.
And we can call him together. He's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
psycho. I like this guy. He's like, I don't hear you.
I don't
I'm
hear
like, what
you.
the fuck? I'm like, who is this? He's like, it's Roberto. He's just super angry in Italian. It's really funny.
I like him. I like him already. I never
All
met him.
these contractor dudes, they're interesting. They're all interesting.
Yeah. They're well. The guy running the show there, or one of the guys there, he's always he's always angry.
He seems like he doesn't like doing stuff for us. I don't know.
I don't know. I fucking brought him donuts and coffee and he was mad at me. Like, fuck you
Like-
for giving me treats.
That's all the construction guys, bro.
Yeah, they're just
He
mad
looks
all the time.
stressed out, like he had a lot on his mind.
A lot of them have like baby mamas. They gotta pay fucking child support too.
Oh, really? There's a whole
Is that a
story
thing?
behind it.
I feel like Poseidon would be a good contractor.
I feel like Poseidon would be a good baby mama.
What?
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. But
Uh,
like,
No.
once you
Nah.
get like, you do some real work, Poseidon, like honest work, labor.
Labor.
What do you mean?
Labor.
Yeah, you're laborious.
I am not good at building with my hands. I am good at destroying with my hands.
I mean, that there's a job there. There's a whole thing. It's
The-
teardown.
The career killer. Oh, by the way, for people who showed up late and didn't know, as of noon, so in just under an hour, the Patreon will have a link up with a password. Tickets for Monday's show at the Bordel, 7:30, 2 drink minimum live. Me, Mike, and Poseidon will go up for pre-sale for patrons. And then I think after the first pre-sale, they might be going up on, I think they're going up on the Suzekut Patreon after. So I don't think they're ever going to make it to general admission. Because they're going to sell out because there's limited seating already. So between the two Patreons, they're going to be done. So if you're on Patreon and you want to come to the show on Monday, be on Patreon at noon because there's not that many tickets.
Don't
So,
share the password, okay?
yeah, well,
It's fucking big black cock.
God damn it. How did you know, Phil?
Because Poseidon sets the passwords
Yeah.
every week.
No, it's not. Laurence sent it. She set the whole
okay.
thing up. But
Oh, is that what she's into?
yeah. Anyways, point is, get that. And then I think there's Suzekuts too that are being filmed the same day, maybe later.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to do it on Mondays for a couple of weeks. And then I think we're going to move to Sunday nights. So you're going to have Pantelis live and then we're going to have you could come to the Bordel. It's going to be pretty cool. Well, I mean, look, how long is this going to last, Phil? We're going to see. Because they might just shut everything down.
I mean, yeah.
So
What's our
They
plan
better
if we
not.
shut everything down?
what's our plan?
Like our plan. Like we're gonna have the new studio. We're still gonna use it, right?
Yeah, we're fine. We're lucky because we're building the new studio now. So if they shut down, we're still good in terms of streaming. That's why online content is going to be king. Because
Yeah.
you
Like
can't.
I want to know that I have a safe space that I can go and do what I need to do if I need to. Like, okay, sure, we're in a building. You got to take an elevator or whatever. Like, okay, you put your mask on, you go upstairs, you wash your hands. Big
Yeah.
deal. But like, I feel like a building like that during a lockdown situation is safer than it is now. There'll be less people in it.
Oh, we're gonna be doing a lockdown.
Yeah.
Me and you are gonna be fine. We park. We go upstairs. We
Yeah,
could do our
straight upstairs.
shows. Yeah, we have our masks until we get there.
Like, I live in a condo. So do you.
Yeah.
Like, I go through a building every day anyways, even when we were in lockdown. I used to wash my hands 100 times a day just to go take out the trash.
Yeah. No. I think as long as we don't catch it, we're gonna be okay. We go do our shows. And even for the people that are gonna be renting the rental podcast studio, they're gonna be able to do their podcast. Right? Come in, sit down, do it. Poseidon's gonna clean the place, Clorox before and after every session. So people like us are gonna be able to manage because of the whole online aspect. But there's other stuff that you can't, like bars can't they can't email you a beer. Do you know what I mean? Like they're done. Restaurants are lucky
There's
because
an interesting concept to try to figure out.
well, it's basically Uber Eats with alcohol, but it's not the same thing. People want to
but
go to
that-
bars
You can't
for
do that in Quebec. You have to buy food.
no, but people go to bars for the ambiance. You could just go buy booze.
No, I know. Yeah.
At the liquor
People
store.
go to bars so they can get laid. That's why people go to bars.
Yeah. Like you have it's social reasons why you're gonna go to a bar. So they're fucked. Restaurants, at least they could switch to delivery. If you're a good restaurant.
The smart restaurateurs, the high level operators during lockdown made a lot of money because they didn't have to pay all that staff.
You know how much money Rockaberry made off me in the last month? Bro, I think I've been
Rockaberry?
ordering like $60 worth of fucking cakes every 3 days.
I thought you were on
God
like a lean, low carb.
I am. Look
Where's
at me.
all the pie going?
Look at me. I'm looking good.
I know, but how does this does not compute, man?
Well, I
You're
feed
eating all this
I
fucking pie?
feed Poseidon. I don't eat all the pie myself. I give
Oh, okay.
people a lot of the pie because I like it. I'll eat some of it because I'm
Pie.
fit and I'm with it.
But also depends. As long as your sugar intake is less than the weekly allowance of what an adult should have, you should be fine. So if you have even one slice of cake a week, but you don't eat anything else sugary for the rest of the week, you should be completely fine and continue losing
I
weight.
mean, yeah, and if you're burning
Maybe.
that sugar,
Well, I am burning.
Exactly.
Yesterday I almost fainted. I was working out a lot and I was running and I almost I got dehydrated.
Oh, Jesus
That's
Christ.
butter,
I'm going hard. I'm going hard now because people are noticing that I'm losing weight. So now I believe that because I didn't believe I was losing weight before, but then people are starting to notice.
Oh,
I'm like,
nice.
now it must be true. So I got to
if you
continue.
really want to see the transition, like of weight, you can watch me put on weight and Padeli lose weight. Basically, just watch the playlist of this just thing, and you'll see like it'll start off this way, like you're heavier,
Oh, really?
I'm lighter, and we just kind of do this.
Really?
Yeah, well,
I gotta
I
look.
put on 30 pounds in the last 3 years.
Baby weight.
It's baby weight. It's not even that. I was just too thin. I had lost too much weight at one point. But and you were like, if you look at that first episode, the one we did where we still had the mic stands behind us,
Yeah.
it looks like you from today is having an allergic reaction.
It's weird that she
Are you
had
looking
a
for it?
Bro,
black...
I am looking at. Remember when we
So-
did the pilot episode?
Ed Comtave is fucking hilarious,
Bro,
right?
I was looking
Sophia,
at
he said, like, we
pictures.
didn't know that you had Sophia Nolan with a black wig and a blue shirt. Is Sophia Nolan the chick that bit the other one?
She's the one who got bit.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yo, by the way, about that shit,
She does look like Poseidon.
she looks like Poseidon a bit, huh? Yeah. Poseidon, you're a victim
Sorry.
of biting.
If what's her name? What was her name? Marie Pierre, or whatever, bit Poseidon's inner thigh.
Oh, by the way, Mike told me
think
it
you'd be
wasn't
okay
like
with
it wasn't like the chick
My
is
dick
lying.
would come out instantly.
It wasn't like she was lying. Eh? Apparently, she even admitted she
Oh,
really
that's
did.
true.
She bit her,
Yeah.
and she was being a bitch to all kinds of people. Like she was like a crazy person.
Her career is down the drains. Like
Hey, you
it's
can't
done.
go around biting people, bro. No matter
I
how
think she's
delicious
checking
they
into
look.
some kind of rehab,
Huh?
like a Biters Anonymous or something. She's going to get help or something.
Okay.
Not for biting, but I mean in general for all her weird shit.
Being a
Apparently,
bitch.
this has been a long-standing truth of the industry in Quebec. People knew she was a weirdo. The rest of us didn't know, but I don't really. think that's true.
Tatiana's like, I caught the rockaberry part. No, I'm not eating all the cake that I order. I'm just saying that because of me, because I've ordered a lot of cake for myself and for other people, rockaberries making a killing. But a lot of these companies, dude, get ready for delivery
No.
because there might be a second fucking wave.
I mean, if you're not ready for delivery yet, you fucked up big time. Actually, Serb is trending on Twitter again. I don't know if you noticed.
yeah,
Because everyone is having a hard time getting their employees to come back to work
because of
because they're
Serb.
collecting Serb, right? And I've seen these like massive UBI
Yeah.
discussions blow over like on Twitter, like people talking about how UBI is the only way forward, and other people saying no, it'll stagnate the economy.
As long
yeah,
as
I
I'm
get it.
making money, I don't want to even think about taking because they're extending the Serb and all that. Yeah, because I don't want it to become a burden on like the rest of society. Because like you had the 4 months when nothing was working, right? Okay, so then you're
Well, yeah,
taking
you
the
take it
Serb
for
because
sure.
everything got canceled. But then after, if you're able to work, if somebody's like, yeah, just come back to work and stuff, then I find it a little fucked up, you know. Unless you're someone who can't because you're high risk, something like that. That's a different story.
I
I'm
mean,
talking
if
about.
you have a good reason, yeah.
Yeah,
for
I'm talking
sure.
about an able body like Poseidon right now, and they're like, oh, you don't have to take government money, just come back to work, Poseidon, come work with us. And he's like, nah, I'm just gonna stay at home. That I'm against. That I think is fucking stupid.
I've heard a lot of people tell me I'm not fucking wearing a mask to work. I'm just gonna collect Serb, like that kind of stuff. And that's the problem with fucking everything when it comes to like socialist ideology. People are inherently fucking opportunistic and lazy. Like this whole we are good and given the right. No, we're not. We're all shitty. We're all shitty. Every last one of us. It's just
Yeah.
the truth.
Yeah, we're
So-
shitty people.
Yeah, but like I get it. You don't want to work because you're. I mean, if you're actually
because it's
legitimately scared of coronavirus, okay, that's. I mean, but I don't think that's what's going on. People are just like, why would I go back to fucking my shitty job to get minimum wage when I can get Serb money?
I know. It's a weird predicament.
And there's another conversation there
But
to be had
the
about
reason-
minimum wage. Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead. Sir.
but the reason why these things don't work like socialist communism is because humans were programmed to do what is selfish for us
I don't know.
first
Yeah,
before
I
we
guess.
think of everyone else. So it's programmed into us to be like
No,
that.
I think humans.
So it's not
I mean,
necessarily.
it's not that simple. It's
necessarily
'cause
that we're
also-
shitty.
It's also that people want purpose, right? And you don't really have purpose if you're just a cog. and-
That too, yeah.
So there's a lot of.
There's
things.
a lot of factors that go.
But also, it's not minimum
Like,
wage isn't
I
the only
want
problem,
to-
eh? Because let's say a shitty job, let's say they pay you more for it, it's still a shitty job. It's mind numbing. So then after a little while, once you paid your bills, then you're like, you know what? Fuck this job. It's mind numbing.
I've been there.
So you
there
need
recently.
yeah, exactly. You need purpose. You need to do something you like. Normally people are willing to make less money, having fun and being happy with what they do, than getting paid more to do something that they just hate.
Yeah, but like,
Purpose.
look at this. Just thing is the greatest example.
Mm.
We've been doing it almost 4 years now.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
It's as old as my oldest daughter because we started right around the time she was born.
It doesn't feel like that long.
I
Feels like
know
a
it
new
doesn't
thing.
at all.
Yeah.
But and mind you, we've had a long hiatus now, which we had never done before. It's always been regular. For the first, I mean, even now we technically don't get paid to do this just thing. It's not part of your Patreon, really.
Yeah.
I mean, the subscriber count on YouTube is not high enough for people to be like, yo, they're fucking making crazy advertiser money.
Yeah.
Also, we're not advertiser friendly.
No,
We
not at
just
all.
do it
YouTube
because
hates
we
us.
like doing it.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah,
simple as
yeah.
that.
YouTube, the people that work there, not fans.
No. Actually, I had a long conversation. Someone reached out to me on LinkedIn the other day from Toronto. Not retired like because they were old, but retired because they didn't want to do that anymore.
Okay.
Like an award-winning investigative journalist who saw
nice.
an episode of Fill My Hole, and she wants to start a podcast, right? So she asked me if she could ask me some questions. I was like, look, I'm not the ideal person for a podcast, obviously. Like, I'm new to it also. But
Okay.
sure, content, let's have a conversation. And she's like, so how are you making money off of all this stuff? I'm like, I'm not. Like, most of this stuff is not monetized. Like, on your end, yes, Patreon is definitely, like, the money comes in so you can fund the programs, right?
Yeah.
Like, the shows. But, like, on my end, this is just something I do on the side. Like, my source of revenue is not the content we're putting
Yeah,
out here.
Fill My Hole
It's
just
content.
started.
Fill My Hole is 5 episodes in.
Yeah.
And now that I've seen this setup at home, I mean, I guess I could shoot Fill My Hole here.
should.
During the day. It's just I'm not comfortable here. I don't know what it is. Even Ray, he in the chat I saw, he's like, Phil looks stiff. I don't know if he was joking that I was frozen earlier, but like I do feel stiff here. And it's the same chair.
Well, dude, look, it's July 17th. With any luck, in 2
I know.
weeks we'll be in the new studio. And then
don't, like knock on wood.
I
who
said with
knows
any
what's gonna
luck.
happen.
I said with any luck.
I know. And just the idea of not having, because like my studio right now at the office is boxes. Like it's mostly packed.
Yeah.
So I can't really do anything in there. The AC's not working. The front door's broken. Like it's just a hot mess of chaos over there. So here I am. Like I'm working from home again.
All right, Phil, you're making it seem like it's fucking sad. It's not sad.
I'm
it's fine.
sad, man. I miss my space.
We're
That's
fine.
like my little space.
There's
my
people in
safe
Africa
space.
right now. They don't have water, bro. We're good. We're fine. Don't worry.
But they have huts.
What are you talking
Their own
about? In
personal
America,
huts.
in Flint, Michigan, they still don't have water.
They have water, bro. It's bottled water.
I mean, it's just
even
brown water,
Flint
but-
is a million times better than rural villages in Africa. Poseidon.
I don't know about that.
Make a good
the water
point.
situation.
What do you mean?
I mean, is
No, they
that
just have
true
to
for
drink
the
bottled water because their water's poison.
Oh, right, yeah,
Their water is
yeah, and
legitimate
if you live
poison.
in Africa, you might just get a water bottle in the head because they're fucking. Oh, here's some water.
What?
Or the airdrop supplies.
I don't think that ever happens.
I saw Operation Dumbo Drop.
Yeah, they don't. No, they don't just spray water on people. Like, find a way to drink it. Like they don't. They don't
No,
do
no.
it.
like a
It's
water
just
bottle.
it's the firefighting planes just throwing water.
The Canadaires.
But they're killing people because that water is coming down so heavy and so fast that it will kill you if it lands on you.
Yeah, you saw that meme too, huh?
That's stupid.
What the fuck was that?
Yo, it's fucking gloomy outside. It's depressing, huh?
Yeah,
It is, bro.
I'm gonna open up my blinds.
But I'm still gonna go work out.
You should.
Bro, I've been working out like a beast.
I know.
I don't work out.
People have been complaining to me.
Oh yeah, it is nasty out there, huh?
What do you mean?
I got a call from the
Complain
gym.
about what?
I got a call from the gym. Said, can you please keep your animal on a fucking leash? She's out here drooling everywhere.
Have you ever seen Poseidon at the gym?
Like in life or like right now?
Witnessed it? Yeah, I'm just curious.
Yeah, I've witnessed it. But when I witnessed it, this is what he would do. He would 10 seconds of something and then go in the mirror and start videotaping himself.
Okay,
Like he was never working out. He would
No.
turn around, he would do this. He would turn around, do 10 seconds of another thing, and then turn around and be like this. He would do that and I used to fucking go
Poseidon,
crazy.
Don't pretend. Don't pretend.
You've
Poseidon.
literally taken a video of me
this.
doing deadlifts.
Yeah, and then what happens after the deadlifts?
I
You're
look
dead.
at myself.
That's what we just
I look
said.
at
We
mine.
just
I
said
look
you
at
do 10
progress.
seconds. This is literally what you do. You do 10 you find something to do, you do 10 seconds of it. You spend 14 minutes videotaping yourself on Instagram doing shit TikToks, and then you go back and doing another thing. That I don't know now, but that used to be your strategy. And then you were like, I don't know why I don't lose weight, bro. He'd spend an hour and a half at the gym, work out for 14 minutes, do fucking videos the whole time, and then go eat personal pizzas, and then be like, I don't know why I don't lose weight, bro. That used to be his rhythm.
Look, no,
Poseidon,
that was
Poseidon,
no,
wait,
hold
wait,
on.
wait,
But you know I'm not lying, because I at least say that.
That was towards the end of my training.
Okay,
time.
but I'm just saying you know that that's true. You know that's true. So
Yes,
it's not
yes.
now.
For a
Maybe you're
moment I
different.
did do that because
Okay, now maybe-
I had lost.
Now maybe
had
you're
lost
different. I don't know.
motivation.
I'm telling you what I witnessed back in the day when we would go. You would literally be a fucking dummy.
Yeah, because I had lost motivation at the time. That's why I was.
I
no
have a
longer-
question. I have
Yeah.
a question. You said
Jen
you were
Barra says
looking
this
for
just
progress.
this just thing is shadow banned on YouTube. Search it and you'll see yourself. It might be. We had when I first started my channel, I got shadow banned in the beginning, and you couldn't even search for Pantelis comedy. But now you can search for it at least.
But how do they shadow ban a specific thing?
Like if you type it in, you can't find it. Let's say if you're not subscribed and you type in this just thing and nothing comes up.
Really? Let me go check.
Well,
Well,
you're
I mean-
subscribed.
You're subscribed to Pantelis' channel.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've actually, you know what? I've sent people to look for it. They're like, oh yeah, I'd love to check that out, and they always have a hard time finding it. Hey, what if we throw them for a loop? You want to fuck with the algorithm?
You can't.
no,
Yeah, we
you're
can
right.
actually.
It doesn't pop
We
out
can.
at all.
We can shift all the uploads from one channel to another. It'll take them a while to figure out what we're doing.
What do you mean?
I mean, so like this just thing, I'm searching for it while in incognito. You can't find it. It's hard. You got to really look for it.
Really? Is it?
But if you Google my last name, when videos come like my name, not my last name, when videos come up on me in the Google search, if you keep scrolling through, eventually you see some This Just Thing also. What if we shifted everything to my channel, started uploading This Just Thing there for a few weeks just to see what happens? I'm curious.
I don't. That doesn't even
I
make
mean-
any sense.
It doesn't, no, because then all the people will know it's being uploaded. The people who actually know about it.
Yeah, there's a channel to subscribe to it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
No, I don't.
I hate being shadow banned.
Yeah, I see it. I mean, yeah, I see it in mine.
You're putting it out. It's different.
It pisses me off that they have this fucking selective fucking bullshit of their fucking what do they call it? Their terms and
Terms and
conditions of
Community guidelines.
their community guidelines bullshit, but they leave other shit like fucking ISIS beheadings on there.
I don't
and
think they
shit
have
like
any
that.
more ISIS beheadings. They used to have them.
But whatever, they show
they don't
other
anymore.
fucked
They're
up
gone.
shit too.
I like.
Well, it
I'm
shows
trying
up,
to be as
guys. If you're
objective as I
searching
can.
for it and you're subscribed to it, you're gonna find it. There's no way that.
Yeah. You're gonna find it. But
Hey, what was that, Poseidon?
I don't know. I have a bruise on my lip.
I'm trying to
She
think
fought
as
back, eh?
objectively as I can. Oh, fuck.
Fucking gay. Oh, I knew at the moment it came out of my mouth. I knew you were gonna say something like that.
What came out of your mouth?
Vomit, verbal
Okay.
diarrhea.
So
Ver-
I'm
Verbellus
trying to think about
diarrheas.
it in like an objective lens, through an objective lens. Is this just thing really that intense? The stuff we say,
I don't think so.
really though. I
But
mean,
here's-
maybe some
look,
episodes.
You know what the issue is, Phil? It's not the content that we produce. It's people are idiots. There's people who it came to my attention yesterday. Somebody sent to me. People here, even French people, who, let's say 2 drink minimum. They go to 2 drink minimum for their news. They think that it's like a news program. And whenever we're fucking around and joking, they think like it's a serious topic. They don't realize that this is people having a conversation, fucking around. So like, look at that statement. Like, we're not politicians. We're not making a statement on anything. We're fucking around. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
That person is an idiot, obviously. If
Yeah.
they're going to 2 drink minimum for fucking news.
But you don't understand, dude. They take it seriously, and that's 2 drink minimum, which is, it can't be any more obvious that it's a bunch of comics fucking around.
This just thing isn't as obvious.
But that's the problem. I'm saying if for 2 drink minimum they get, oh, what the fuck did they say? That's not, and they freak out. Imagine this just thing. So when we're being ironic, sarcastic, some people, I guess, I don't know what it is. Maybe
Yeah, I
Asperger's
see
or
what you mean.
they can't
I've
tell.
always- I struggled with this, by the way, about this just thing. Like sometimes I worry that even though we're very straight about the fact that, yeah, okay, we're delivering some kind of information,
Yeah.
but the rest is just like
We're just delivering the news stories, and then
tomfoolery.
we're making jokes around it. But a lot of
only
people,
real fake news.
yes, some people don't get sarcasm. I've realized sarcasm, irony.
Well, look-
it goes over people's heads.
Yeah.
Not
I
everyone.
was it.
But
A
there's
while
some
ago,
like
I was-
intellectually inferior dumbasses who spend their time on YouTube, and they just judge everything like it's real. Like, you know what I mean? Like they'll
Yeah.
criticize like an episode of, let's say, 2 drink minimum, if we talk about a political thing, the same way they would a politician's statement. Like it's
crazy.
absurd. It's absurd to me.
That's retarded.
Yeah.
Like a while back, I was dating this black girl, and
Yeah.
after I showed her what I do and this just thing, she decided to not go out with me anymore.
No.
Why? Why does the
Oh,
fact that she's black? Why should it make us
remember-
laugh more? I don't understand.
You remember the Zaddy girl?
Oh yeah. Oh, thank
She
God.
saw you making fun of the Zaddy thing.
She kept calling him Zaddy, and then I made fun of her, and that's okay. It has nothing to do with her being black. It just has to do with we made fun of her. Yeah.
Yeah, we straight up. We
Yeah, I
mocked
know,
her.
I know, I know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry if that was the love of your life and we destroyed it.
No, it
you know?
wasn't. Are you crazy?
I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah, the
Don't
sorry.
second-
say it, you Pantelis.
It was
I
you.
know
It was
it.
your fault because basically he's the one who told me. He's like, she calls me Zaddy. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you know, like daddy. I'm like, she has a speech impediment. He's like, no,
Yeah,
no, no, it's a
seriously.
thing girls say. Zag, who the fuck says? And then I kind of made fun of her like that. And then
It was like a hip hop thing.
yeah, she watched the show. I think it was one of the lives or whatever, and then she got pissed and broke up with him. But I didn't know I don't know what she looks like or anything. To me, it really is stupid. Anyway, all that to say, Phil.
Yeah,
all
all
that to say,
that to
it's
say,
just
guys.
some people. I don't know. Maybe it was the confinement. There's always angry people that just want to be pissed off that someone's doing something and they're not doing it right. So they'll go and they'll take shit and they'll get super super pissed off about it. When it has nothing to do with them. Just if you don't like someone's sense of humor, don't watch it.
Seriously.
You don't have to be like,
simple,
he
pretty simple.
joked about diabetes. I have diabetes. It means he hates me. I don't even know you. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's just
know what's crazy?
nonsense. Yeah.
It's like I lived, even as a kid, I understood this. I lived my whole life like that. If I didn't like something, I just didn't watch it. I didn't, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? So like all this seems completely insane to me.
But
Well,
I
it is
wonder if
completely
these same
insane.
monkeys, if these same fucking monkeys that are watching Two Drink Minimum and they're complaining, oh, what the fuck? I wonder if they watch movies, like let's say Kevin Bacon movies, and then they go protest outside his house. You're a child molester. He's like, no, that's a movie. But I saw you in the movie as a child molester. You gotta go to jail. No, that's a movie, sir. That's not. I'm an actor
The difference
playing
between
the role.
like let's say for example, I'm not accusing you of this and I'm not implying it either. Like you're not really a character. Like your persona on stage is more or less you.
Yeah,
I'd say within 95%.
yeah, maybe
sometimes
100.
you push a little harder than you would in real life.
No, but it's me. It's me making jokes.
It's you, but it's not like a caricature of you.
No, of
Neither
course
is
not.
Poseidon. By the way, for the record, this is Poseidon.
Yeah,
I
they
think
know.
everyone who's here knows that. Like
know.
this is not a character he plays, but there's still an element of theater and what's the word I'm looking for? Performance to what you guys do.
Yeah.
But it's very subtle. It's even I can't believe I'm using this term in the same sentence as Poseidon, but it's very high concept in the fact that it's so minimal, it's so subtle. An actor is playing on a whole other role. So even an idiot can understand that it's a movie with a person playing a role. This is a bit more subtle, right? Like
Yeah, I guess.
it really is you guys, but maybe we're pushing it a little bit. As far as me,
It's
like I
not
don't
pushing
even
it a
know. I
bit.
guess this
Phil,
is me, I'm
it's not
sure.
pushing it a bit. It's
No,
joking.
not pushing it. That's not what I
no.
mean.
But every person out there has the right to joke, right?
Of course.
So if someone like right now, if someone's like I don't know, two friends are hanging around together and something happens and they're like, come on, don't be a fucking idiot, you know? You can't then be like, hey, I want to stop hanging out with him. He thinks I'm a fucking idiot. That's retarded. That is fucking retarded. So you can't take, well, I don't know what's serious.
Yeah.
The whole goal of
You
it.
understand what I'm trying to say, right?
I understand what you're trying to say, but the whole goal of like comedy podcasts, stand-up comedy, all that, the whole goal is to laugh. You want to have a good time and you want to fuck around.
course.
It's a conversation that's being made public, basically. A conversation of no substance apart from humor. That's all you want. It's just humor. So for
You
you
could
to
have some substance sometimes.
well,
Like
the
George
subs-
really
but,
tries hard.
but the substance is humor. No, but the
Yes.
substance is humor. That's all it is. All you want to do, your whole goal as a comic is to make people laugh. All these other idiots that come out and go, my goal is to change minds or whatever. That's because you're not a comic. That's because you're not getting laughs and you're trying to find an excuse on why you're not getting laughs and you're blaming the audience for not getting it. You know?
You think that's how all this started? Unfunny people getting offended.
That's
but
what happens.
Not
It's-
getting
it's
laughs.
that's it. That's a lot. Most of it is that. Like you look online, there's a lot of like comedy critics, but really they were failed comedians, and they get mad at people like
Like
fucking
movie
me.
critics.
Yeah, like movie critics. They just can't make it in the
Yeah.
movies, so they criticize. You can't then go like, well, they joked about murder. And yeah, they joked about it. They're not for murder, you fucking idiot. They joked
like
because they
Eminem
found it
used to
funny.
say.
Yeah. Did people laugh? Yes. Well, then they serve the purpose. That's what you try. With jokes, you try to make people laugh. Like if I laugh, especially me, I'm the best barometer because I laugh at all my shit because it makes me laugh. And then I'm like, all right, that works.
They're like super deep dive analyzing Zaddy in the chat. It's pretty fucking
Oh, Zaddy's
hilarious.
Yeah,
fucking
no.
stupid, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Olga's like, what the fuck is Zaddy? This is-
Honestly, the chat amuses me beyond.
she keeps calling me
explanation.
Zaddy.
The
Yeah, the
things
chat
that
is
you
good.
guys fixate on is hilarious.
Urban Dictionary defines Zaddy as a really handsome guy who is very appealing and looks really fashionable. He has to have swag and sex appeal and look sexy and attractive. In Poseidon's case, it means he is her dad in their relationship. Oh, fuck, that's
no.
weird.
Damn, Zaddy.
Yeah, it's just... It's, so I joked...
I didn't know you lost a relationship because of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Fuck her, bro. She wants to be a fucking sensitive little bitch.
Wow.
Jesus
Okay, that
Christ.
got
Maybe that's why.
fucking aggressive.
Yeah.
Tell me how you're really good. And how does that make you feel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Actually, by the way, super random. I met our neighbor at the new studio,
Okay.
like 2 doors over. They're moving in like a month and a half,
Okay.
and
Who are
he's
they?
like super. Yeah, how you doing? Like super
What?
German.
It's Bruno.
Like, I
Bruno's
forget his
moving in
name.
next door.
He sounds like his name is like Hansel. I don't remember his name. He was a really nice guy, but he's like, so what kind of business you guys doing? I was like, keep a straight face. He's just so happy and German and so friendly. He's a nice guy. But like the accent threw me for a fucking loop because that is not an accent you encounter in Montreal often.
But wait, what was he saying? He's like, what kinds of business are you guys doing? Yeah.
Like, what kind of business are you guys in? Yeah. I was like, well, podcasting. Podcasting is so cool. Yeah, it's so cool. It's very cool.
Oh, what is he? What do
And
they
I'm
do?
like, what kind of business are you guys? And he goes, food industry. Yeah.
Food
I
industry.
go, oh, is that your name on the the plaques with the unit numbers? He goes, yeah. I'm like, but you're not even moved in. How did you get that on there so fast? He goes, oh, you just have to ask. Yeah. I was like, okay.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean food? They're not gonna be. You can't build a fucking factory
No,
next to
I'm
us.
sure it's like food marketing or something.
By
Maybe
the way,
food service.
Yeah.
it makes me incredibly nervous at how well you do the German accent.
Makes you nervous.
Me?
Yeah, it makes me nervous, bro. Yeah.
I'm pretty good with accents in general. I don't know if you've never noticed. I just like, but I know Pantelis only does one accent.
They all sound the same.
Yeah, like do one like Alaskan.
Alaskan. They don't have an accent. They're Americans.
What? There's no Alaskan
Yeah,
accent.
they're
Fine,
Americans,
fine,
bro.
fine. Vietnamese.
The Ceylon.
Time.
No, not to fake the language. Just do an accent. I don't know.
Okay,
I'm trying to.
here let's start easy so you can roll in.
Yeah.
Do a Greek accent in English. You did it before.
I can do the Greek accent.
Is
The Greek accent, Nasubo, is not a problem. I could do the Greek accent, I think.
Okay, yeah, all right, that's
Yeah.
fair. Like, and then okay, that's a real one. How about like a French Canadian speaking English?
I can do the accent like this
I mean,
with
that's
the
like
H.
be hardcore.
I say the H.
And then now do
no
Chinese.
H. I can do the accent.
Now Senegalese.
Senegalese. Oh fuck! I had a good African one, but I lost it. I had a good one in my head. I have to hear myself say it so I could get it back.
I mean, I thought you were just gonna do the same accent each time. So
No.
this one's a
I
different-
I do. Normally my accent is like, fuck. I can't even do my
yeah,
accent.
it's like
now.
this, like okay.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
like
everybody.
very-
Welcome. Yeah, that's how it normally is. Like, okay, everybody. Welcome to this show. Welcome to Vietnam. And then it's the same thing. It's like, do Congo.
Sound like Yakov
Okay,
straight off
everybody.
the Future
Welcome to the Congo. Like, it used to always be the same thing. Yeah.
Do Russian.
Russian, I could do.
Russian. you
Russian
could do.
is easy. You just sound like you're about to fucking
Yeah.
commit suicide.
You get
Fine.
angry. Like,
You
Nikolai.
come to my house.
Yeah,
I will
Nikolai.
play darts.
Let me tell you
Then I
something.
rip her.
I don't like the way Vladimir has been looking at Olga. It's bothering me. We must take care of him. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Russian is easier. Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite accents are from fucking GTA Liberty City. Like, hey, cousin Roman, we play darts. Like, what the fuck? What a
Yeah.
random and very specifically accurate interpretation of like Balkan people.
Yeah, I like it. I
like
like it.
angry Serbians.
Yeah, I like it.
And we play darts.
We play darts. I like it.
don't
I like it when it's excessive. We like Borat. We play darts. Like,
Hey, hold on a second. I just
Hold
gotta
me
answer
tight. Remember that? Hold
wanna
me
answer the
tight.
chat.
hold me
Poseidon.
tight. Yeah.
to
My favorite one that I like to do is the Italian mobster from New York, bro. Forget about it.
I mean,
like
that's
Donnie
just like
Brasco?
every Italian guy that you think that's what they sound like. By the way, Poseidon, Monday afternoon.
You know, ah.
Hey, Monday afternoon, you're gonna come and fill my hole. I'm gonna fill your hole.
What if I
busy?
Phil, I just got a notification.
Ella.
Don't miss this deal. Don't miss this deal. Wi-Fi security camera, ZZCPHD, 1080p wireless IP from
That's
your
because I
list.
put them in our shared list.
Yeah, check if what the deal is. Maybe we'll buy it.
I mean, I like the one we chose. They're not expensive. They're
Oh,
like
okay.
under $40.
Oh, I don't
They're
know.
fine.
Okay.
So
I,
hold
still,
on.
I can't believe you wrote your name as this guy in that fucking thing. It drives me crazy. I get a notification that says this guy added fucking $800 chairs. This guy removed $800 chairs.
Well, would you like it to say Pantelis removed? It's too formal, but now you're like, this
I
guy,
mean, yeah, it's like,
this guy
I'm like,
added
fuck
something
this
to your
guy.
card. You're like, what? Who the fuck added shit to my card? It's the best.
At first, I was like, "Who is this guy?" Besides, I said, "You got to do it. I got to start doing Fill My Hole again. You're coming on the show. We're gonna have like a deep dive into what makes Poseidon Poseidon."
I don't know what makes Poseidon Poseidon.
I don't think you want to.
Like, would you actually like to dissect and interview him?
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
He might
And
cry.
I think that's what people want.
If you go deep
did you
into
say?
Poseidon, he might cry. Like
No.
if he puts you in a if he puts you in
I'm not gonna
answer
go
real
that deep.
questions,
Like if it hurts, whatever.
like you
I'm
should
not
bring
afraid of pain.
bring with you like a little elephant doll,
Okay, baby girl.
and then show Poseidon the elephant doll and be like, Poseidon, show me the doll. Where did he touch you?
He's like, they touched my trunk, but
Yeah.
my downstairs trunk.
Who was this, Poseidon? The RCMP last week.
Yeah, I only brought it up now because someone asked, and I feel like it's become almost like a joke. Like I want to do the episode. You are the next guest that I want to do the show with, but it's just so fucking annoying to go to the studio right now.
Just give it me. I'm holding out on a lot of new podcasts until we're in the new studio. So like people
I
have.
don't give people what they want.
Because I keep getting messages of people like, yo, you said you're gonna have me on. When we're gonna do this? I go, it's not ideal right now. Just wait till August, till we're in the new studio. I'd rather bring them to the new studio, which can be badass.
I mean, I want to do my Poseidon interview in this format, like over a Skype or Zoom, because I feel like if we're in the same room, he won't open up to me. But I feel if we have this like level of separation, I can get him to open up.
He's more likely to open up in the real room.
Yeah?
Yeah, because he's
I
a
was about to
fucking
say that.
human being and not a robot, Phil.
Yeah, but this creates like a level of safety, I find.
Not at all. I
People
hate
talk to
this.
Strangers.
No, I don't like.
I fucking hate this.
No?
Yeah, I do it because I want to give the fans what they want. I'm not gonna stop producing stuff for a year. But I can't.
Yeah,
look,
obviously.
I'm a studio guy. I got to be in front of people. It's so much different. Like, look at my last podcast. Look at the Pantelis podcast, the ones that were
I know.
Skyped.
It is
And look
very
at the.
different.
It's
You're right.
so different. So different.
I just got super hungry. I know that's random. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
That's so I can't hit you.
Another good.
Oh, yeah. You might ask the wrong question.
I mean,
Well, fuck you, asked me, bro.
why didn't you tell
Would you say
anyone that your
cuz?
dad did that?
What you say, bro? No, but I wouldn't do that.
No,
Hit me?
obviously.
I don't.
Would you hit
mean-
Phil?
What? Would I what?
Would you hit Phil?
Did you hit that?
It depends what you do.
Would you tap that ass?
I mean,
Would I tap that ass? Clean
fast
shaven.
enough.
If it's clean shaven and you do the squeegee thing where you pull out all the shit, maybe. Who knows?
dude, look at this neck. You think anything
What?
is clean shaven on me? That was the gayest thing you
Pantelis.
ever said.
What are you talking about?
That was
Nothing.
the,
I said
the
nothing.
most
I said nothing.
homosexual thing. Somebody recorded that, right?
Somebody, dude, everyone. They're gonna.
Poseidon,
There's
cancel
a meme
Poseidon.
happening already. There's a meme
Poseidon
happening.
threatened
By the
to
way,
fuck me.
some of the speed on the Discord is staggering to me because sometimes I'll finish a live stream and then I'll be like, oh shit, let me check out. I forgot to check out Discord in a long time, so I'll go on Discord and there's already screenshots and stories from shit Poseidon or me did during the podcast. Like, how fast did they make this? Like, it's fucking instant.
It is kind of impressive.
Yeah. By the way, movie nights on Discord have been a lot of fun. This week it's not going to be on a Monday. We're going to figure out what we're going to do for the next one because we're going to do 2-drink minimum at Bordel. So it might change day for a couple of weeks, and then we'll go back to Mondays once we move the podcast to Sundays. But it's pretty fucking. It's a pretty fun concept watching movies with people. Like, I guess they watch it with us.
It's not a new concept. It's interesting, right? To do it like this in like
Yeah.
a show format. Did you watch Buffy?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going through the Discord now. I don't know why. I just keep finding pictures of George
no,
with like a bingo mat or something in front of him. I don't know what the fuck it is.
because people are watching from their homes, so they're showing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, it's not the Photoshop. They're like, George is a bingo enthusiast. No, it's
But so Poseidon. I guess maybe we'll wait then. I don't know, because someone asked in the chat on YouTube, so I wanted to like address it. But yeah, I guess maybe we'll wait. We'll do it in the new studio. We'll do it like a 2020 interview, like 2 chairs.
I thought that's
hard
how you were
light.
gonna do it.
No, I was gonna use the new studio.
Yeah, but same thing. You're gonna have chairs, or you're gonna use the podcast studio.
I was gonna use the podcast studio.
Oh, I thought you wanted your show to be more like lean back. You have chairs, and you're like, Mr. Poseidon, let me ask you a question. What makes you tick? What
I mean,
makes
I
you
can
lick?
achieve that in the podcast studio with like a bit of lighting. Like, why set up everything every time?
Yeah. No, I don't care. I mean, I do all my podcasts as a podcaster, so I don't give a shit. I'm just saying I thought it
Yeah.
was gonna be more of a laid back, like, what makes
That
you
is a
operate?
nice format, though. I like something about that format, that lean back.
So the thing
Two
about that
chairs.
format is why I've always strayed away from it is, aside from the fact that I can't live stream it and I don't need to,
Mhm.
because it's pre-recorded. Without a crew, it's difficult because cameras, hopefully only until the 27th of July, cameras have a 30-minute runtime. You know this, right, Pantelis? Like, they stop recording after 29 minutes.
Yeah.
Like non-video cameras, the type of cameras I use. But like Sony just announced, like the date is finally out, July 28th, 1 p.m. They're releasing the A7S Mark III, and apparently it has no recording limit.
Really?
So like that is game changing. So I
How
can only
much is
assume
it?
there'll be firmware updates for older cameras.
How much
maybe.
is it?
I don't know. We don't know yet. This is the unicorn of cameras, man. Like this is the camera of legend that people have been talking about for 5 years.
So very
It's gonna be
expensive.
like $8,000.
It's probably gonna be between 3,500 and $4,000.
Fuck
Like
you.
that's not expensive, Poseidon, for a camera that of that caliber, by the way.
It's expensive.
For that kind of
Oh
quality.
no, I'm just mean in
8K,
general
like 6K,
to drop that on a camera. Because imagine
Look,
if
I
you
dropped
wanted
it.
those for the studio, you got to get 4 of them.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's not for a podcast. But like, if I wanted to do this like back and forth interview style,
Yeah,
I would need someone to run the cameras. Because if we're talking, we're deep in a conversation, and it goes boop, it stops recording.
it's the worst.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
worst.
it cuts the
Like,
whole
what am I gonna
mood
do?
and the vibe. And
Hold on, hold on,
the-
hold on. Stop that. I gotta start recording again. Stop that. You know, it's
Don't
fucking.
cry, don't cry.
Hold that thought.
Hold it.
Yeah.
The only
He
way to
what?
circumvent that, to get around that, is for me to run 2 cameras through my computer through like an OBS.
Yeah.
Have them in front of me. But then once I do that, I need a table, and next thing you know, we're in a podcast setting anyways. So
Yeah. You're right.
you know what I mean? It is what it is. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. I do like that format though of like I would like to start another show maybe eventually where you have long form conversations with someone and I shoot it so that we can actually do it properly.
You mean my podcast, but shot differently?
I mean a different kind of, maybe not your podcast, more of a, because your podcast is also a lot of conversation, right?
Yeah.
I mean like hard hitting questions. Like we get Trudeau in the hot seat. You're like, why'd you fucking do it? And he just cries. There's like melancholy music, like bum 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 bum.
Blackface seemed like a good idea at the time. That's freaking.
And what
out.
about the second time?
Still a good idea, really. I mean, that was the life of the
I mean,
party.
I
Everybody
was
took
playing a
photos
Middle
with me.
Eastern dude.
Yeah, I wasn't black. I was Middle Eastern. I was brown.
I was like,
But you had the same color as the first time. It was the same shoe polish. I don't have different skin.
I got a
He-
2-for-1 special.
Yeah. What did he use? He was really black. It was like shoe
It
polish.
was really
yeah?
fucking shoe polish.
That
I
was
think.
next level, yeah.
How do you
I think he
get
used
that?
a Sharpie marker.
Let me ask you. How do you get that off you after? Isn't it hard to get it off you? You have to use like Dawn dish soap.
I've never put shoe polish on me, so I don't know.
Right.
up.
Yeah. Why
Who
would you?
was it who got in trouble yesterday for their girlfriend? Oh, what's his name? The Marvel guy.
Somebody got in
Come on.
trouble for their girlfriend. What?
Their girlfriend. Oh, Sebastian Stan,
I don't know what that is.
Winter Soldier.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. What about him?
So his girlfriend posted a picture of herself at an Asian-themed party,
Okay.
and a bunch of people commented on Twitter that that's inappropriate because she was dressed up like a geisha, kind of.
So why is that?
Like she was just
inappropriate?
wearing one of those. They're not called not kimonos. I mean, they look kind of like kimonos, but they're dresses. They're like tight-fitted dresses with a little collar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah.
silk and little flowers.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Those
know
are
exactly
cool.
what you're talking about. But that's fine.
I mean, yeah, I think it's fine. I'm not sure. And people got mad. And instead of saying anything, they started blocking accounts on Twitter.
Wait.
Like
Hold on a
him
second.
and his girlfriend.
You
So
know
now
what's
there's this
fucking
whole thing
stupid
on
about
Twitter.
people getting outraged over that? Like, so should we be mad?
ridiculous.
Should we be mad at like fraternities for using our letters, wearing
I
togas?
always think of that. Like,
Like,
get over it.
Yeah, we don't fucking complain about that. Like, just we don't. What the fuck
I
are
had
you
a
talking about?
conversation with a guy the other day. Who
You
was
can't
going
use
on about,
democracy. It's our thing. Stop appropriating our culture. That's crazy.
like, but fraternities are the ultimate cultural appropriation.
Yeah,
I-
and
you
they don't
know, I
even
know
do
it
it. They don't
started
even do
off-
it properly.
It started off as like a way to pay homage to this like great civilization that like put learning above all else. But now it's
It
just a
turned into
fucking drunken
drinking beer from their
orgy.
assholes. Yeah,
Yeah, it's more of a Roman thing now.
yeah. It turned Roman. Yeah, it went from Greek to Roman really quick. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna funnel some
real
beer
quick.
up my ass, bros. Like yeah, it turned
Ave,
into.
ave.
Yeah, imagine
Yeah.
Greece starts
But
complaining.
yeah, but I always use that example of cultural appropriation because like I was arguing with someone a few weeks ago about like how white people. He was telling me how white people appropriate black culture all the time. I'm like, okay. He goes, and that fucking pisses me off. I'm like, you literally have photos of yourself in a toga on your Instagram right now. Should I be offended? I'm not. Should I be? He's like, why? I'm like,
I'm Greek. That's
okay.
That's my
Like that
thing.
doesn't make sense. You understand that, right? Or a bunch
Yeah,
of
but
other stuff.
it's selective outrage.
Yeah.
People want to, it's.
I found someone in the Discord, I think I caught this from the Discord, posted like a picture of Voltaire. It's a meme that says, to learn who rules over you, simply find out who you are not allowed to criticize.
Oh,
And
yeah.
maybe a couple of years ago, that was true for like government officials, the elite, whatever. But now, I'm not going to say it, but because I can't say it because they're in charge now.
The Jews.
I know.
What? No, not the Jews.
And he said
No,
China.
not the Jews. I mean,
No, I
the
know, but it was
fucking-
perfect. The way you set it up, it was like, who you're not allowed to criticize. It was fucking perfect.
I just mean like it's this outrage brigade. You
Yeah.
can't talk about them. And within them, there is,
Everything.
everyone who's like, I feel like it's trendy to have like gender dysphoria all of a sudden. Like, if you don't, you can't be part of the woketivist movement. It's really silly.
It's not true.
Like,
It's not
all
true.
this stuff, like, what? Because I'm a straight like off-white dude, I can't have an opinion.
Off-white.
Like, I'm allowed to have an opinion. Hey, fucking off-white
Greek.
hashtag.
Uh,
People. And I decided
Off-white lives
Spaniards
matter.
and the Portuguese. What?
Off-white line.
Off-white lives matter.
People are going to say it. They're going to be like, what do you mean? Like countertops?
Or like Nike off-white. Like, what?
Yeah. Shoes. Are we talking about shoes, bro? Why is this a thing? What?
No, initially I said off-white should be for all the people in the Mediterranean. Then I thought about it and I spoke to someone about it, and I'm like, maybe we shouldn't include the Spaniards and the Portuguese because they are the colonizers that everyone
Oh,
talks
yeah.
about.
Yeah, it's true. They're the...
Yeah, it's them. And I was like, and the Italians. So
For
it's just
Greeks.
us. It's just us.
For Greeks, I found the best.
Not
Olive.
better than off-white.
Olive.
I mean, you didn't come up with that. It's a
Yeah,
term used
that's-
to describe Mediterranean people, and
Yeah.
I'm not olive skin.
Look, the point is, Phil, what you're saying is that back in the day, they used to use that like for racism, like the people you can't talk about, and it used to be racist, and now it's just like
Yeah.
this.
It's flipped.
It's this potluck of anybody, basically whoever's most offended, you shouldn't talk about them because they're gonna claim that you're the aggressor.
and-
Yeah.
It's the same quote that I quoted. I've done this a few times on This Just Thing, on this show, on the podcast episode we did. It's you either die a hero or a victim in this case, because they were being victimized, these groups. You die a hero, you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yeah, the Batman thing, the Joker thing.
That's what's happening. Like
Yeah.
all these groups that the world had subjugated to some extent, they finally managed to organize enough to say, hey, we matter too. And that's fucking great. And
Yeah.
they should have never been subjugated ever or discriminated against. But
But
now
it
they're just
happened.
like, it's our fucking turn. That is not a step in the right direction. That is a lot of the same bullshit that
Yep.
we've been doing.
Have you ever been discriminated
continue.
against?
Me?
I have. I've
I
been
have too.
protested and demonstrated against. Picket signs for my wicked rhymes. Look
Oh,
at the time. Sick is the mind of the motherfucking.
Yeah,
kids behind.
and just like jokes aside, which
Yeah.
it is funny anyways, I have been discriminated against for multiple different reasons. 'Cause
I
live in
still
fucking
discriminated
Quebec.
against you.
Who?
Me.
Because we're Anglophones.
No, I discriminate against you all the time.
Oh yeah, well that's different.
Like, ugh. It's Phil.
You just don't like me.
It's Phil. Give me the Lysol. Disgusting. I can't believe
Man.
we have Phil and his people in the office. Ugh.
I don't even want to see what you're saying about me. I was just gonna say, fucking Jordi LaForge over here.
Yeah.
But I made fucking movies about being discriminated against. Like Sudocracy is about discrimination. That was
Oh, yeah,
pulled
that's
from
true,
the
yeah.
fucking headline.
Oh yeah.
I
that's-
didn't make that up.
Yeah.
I took that context. I made a film about it. Then I stood with the people being discriminated against. I made a film against fucking neo-Nazi groups.
And then they told you
The
to go
neo-Nazi groups
fuck
hated me,
yourself.
and the fucking minority groups hated me.
Yeah. You're very hateable.
tried.
You're very
I'm
hateable.
very hateable. 100%.
Yeah.
I get that 100%. It's right here. It's this part of my face.
Yeah.
It just
I
makes
see
me
it.
hateable.
Punchable.
What?
Well, you're the one who threatened to fuck me, so relax.
I didn't threaten. I
damn.
suggested
Or you promised. Sorry.
it.
Promise, daddy. Fucking sick human being. What time is it? I'm getting
bro,
hungry. I need breakfast on this.
Yeah,
morning,
yeah,
so
no,
I'm
we
gonna
gotta
start
get some breakfast.
What's
It's a
been
weird
coming
Friday
out,
show.
I'm very normal. I'm not sick.
Poseidon will be back on Patreon tomorrow at 4 p.m. doing In Bed with Poseidon. In bed
Tomorrow.
with Poseidon. So
Yeah,
in
no,
bed with
tomorrow,
Poseidon.
though, not today.
In about 10
tomorrow.
minutes. In about 10 minutes on Patreon, the first wave of pre-sale tickets for Monday's 2 Drink Minimum Live at Le Bordel will come out with a password. So you can go ahead and get them. Seats are limited, so if it gets all the way to the Suzakut Patreon, there's no way it's making it to general admission. So unless we force it, but it's going to be too weird because there's like 50, 60 seats. I don't know how many you could seat. So try to get your tickets quick so that you don't
don't
complain
limit
about it
that.
later. I think it's reserved by table. You don't pick a seat. You pick a table. So it tells you this is 2, so you have to be 2 people. This is 4 people. There's different types of table depending on your party. Your party size, bro. So you're leasing tables is what you're doing. So there's that. Fill My Hole Phil's working on new episodes, but there's 0 coming up right now until this whole debacle with the studios is settled. But within the next 2, maximum 3 weeks, hello little dog, we should be ready to go, and we'll start fresh. Everything's on Patreon though. We're still doing all kinds of shit on Patreon. Like my Patreon is the shit right now. I'm always fucking dropping shit. 2 drink minimum. Every week you'll get those episodes wherever the fuck you get podcasts. Poseidon is the Poseidon69 on Twitter and on Instagram. If you like George has his own podcast, the Backstage Podcast. Also has Just Us Dads. If you're a dad and you want to talk about how your kid annoys you, he gets together with other dads and they talk about how they want to plot against their children.
Talk shit about their kids.
Yeah. So you could check those podcasts out. If you look at the description, I have links up for Phil, for George, for Poseidon. And remember, patreon.com/Pantelis to get exclusive content. Join the movement of the Pantelis Nation. Poseidon is actually after this. Where are you going, Poseidon? What is your mission today?
To ship out dildos. No, shirts.
No, she's shipping out shirts. He's shipping out winners' shirts.
Dildos, huh?
Yeah. So he's shipping out the Patreon winners' shirts of this month. So that's going to be cool for you guys when you get them. As you see, we send them all over the world. It doesn't matter where you are. We'll get it to you. All right. Saudi Arabia might be tough, but everywhere else, we can get it to you. And that's it. I think that's all we have, guys. Anything that I forgot to mention?
I don't think so.
No? Poseidon show this weekend? Yeah, Poseidon has a show tomorrow.
Yeah, you went through everything hard.
Yeah.
That was announcery. I like that.
Thank you. I'm a goddamn professional, Phil. But yes, again, repeat in case someone didn't hear it. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. on Patreon, in bed with Poseidon. Sunday, Pantelis Live on YouTube at 4 p.m. Monday, you have to show up at the club. You basically got to get your tickets. They go on sale in 7 minutes on my Patreon for 2 drink minimum live at the Bordel. And I'll also be at the Comedy Nest if you guys are in Montreal and want to watch some stand-up. I'm going to be there tonight, 2 shows, and tomorrow 2 shows. So you have another 4 opportunities.
If you guys want updates on the studio, like actual live updates, I'm posting all of that on Instagram at Balabanos Creative.
At Balabanos Creative. Balabanos for his last name
and creative. I can't spell it any better than that.
Yeah.
There you go.
So check that out, guys. Thank you, and go fuck yourselves.
Ciao, ciao.